The following is a presentation of R3 Productions.
The focus from the outside looking in is on 0-4 now, but tonight marks a strong opportunity to begin to right the ship. Clayton High School has been mired with scandal, and the offseason was filled with question marks. However, the Comets stood together, and they too are looking to right the ship. Clayton found its first bright spot of the season with a win over a conference foe of the Bengals last week. In the final week before conference play, Fuquay-Varina is looking for a similar bright spot with a decent chance to build on it next week. But there's no looking ahead. Tonight means business, and it's important business. Two programs with lots on the line tonight. It's the Comets and the Bengals live from Fuquay-Varina High School. The Bengal R3 Sports Network is on the air.
Fuquay-Varina High School football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network is presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group.
Will be a handoff. Stewart got a blocker. Has another man in front of him. Breaks another one. He's got the touchdown as a defender comes in late to be a lead blocker for Carrington. Carrington gets stood up, and look at that. A whole host of Bengals coming in.
Welcome into Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to get you ready for tonight's matchup.
And it's a keeper, Uzandu. Look at the speed. Wow. Pistol snap. Elkins, hands off. Harris with a big stop. Lots of room to run now. Zakiti, he got the angle, stays on his feet. Pass, Rhodes, Houston. Got it for the score! Right set on the right side. Hand off. Chadwick stops at the line. Timeout. Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's the voice of the Bengals, Rand Northam.
Good evening and welcome to Fuquay-Varina High School on the campus of Willow Spring High School right now. We will be here for 2 years, and then the Bengals will make their way to a new school. We'll have video for you here in just a little bit, but welcome into Bengal Game Day presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. Rand Northam looks like solo tonight, but of course Luke Anderson will be here, and Evan Rogers will be along here a little bit later tonight as well. Well, it's the end of a 3-game homestand tonight for the Bengals. Home field advantage hasn't necessarily benefited the Bengals so far, but the Bengals still learning who they are. Lots of conversation about that last week. Talk about being in year one this year of this new offensive scheme, and with that comes learning, comes mistakes, and the Bengals, especially if you look at turnovers right now, seeing a lot of that in that realm. On the other side of the ball, defensively, we're going to hear a little bit about that from Coach Hall and his comments coming up in a little bit in the Bengals scouting report. But the Bengals needing to get the breaks that we used to see them get years past. Records aren't everything, but this has to be the best chance of the season for the Fuquay-Varina Bengals so far right now to get their first win. A win could really lift the spirits, and sometimes that's the spark that you need, is learning how to win, getting in the rhythm of winning as well. And the Bengals could get that opportunity here tonight, so we're looking for that before conference play starts next week. The Comets are 1-3, and the last time out, a win against Gardner Magnet, 24-21. Of course, you know that name very well, as the Bengals are back in the same conference with Gardner Magnet, and as of last year, and saw what that did to the Bengals record and the Bengals morale in years past. But we're going to take a timeout here, come back with the Comets scouting report on the other side of this timeout as Bengal Game Day continues on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. We've got to get to dinner at the Aviator Smokehouse soon.
Wow, how did you do that? Quick, make it stop again. Dinner's at the Aviator Smokehouse in 30 minutes.
No way. Aviator Smokehouse. Aviator Smokehouse?
Well, I guess the tiny tyrant has spoken. We'd better get to the Aviator Smokehouse.
You know window effects for the smooth factory finish they do on your vehicle tinting. But did you know that same high-quality work can also benefit your home or business? Window tinting for your home or office will reduce heat, cut down on glare, and stop floors and furniture from fading, saving you money and protecting your assets. Don't know whether you need window tinting? Contact Window Effects today for a free estimate. Search for Window Effects on Facebook and tell them R3 Sports sent you.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
The Strong Center for Excellence is a nonprofit organization that provides team, group, and individual skills training and league play for basketball and football. They serve youth from ages 6 to 18 whose playing ability ranges from beginner to those preparing for college recruitment. Their trainers are former professional and college athletes who share the belief that hard work, discipline, and a positive attitude are essential in helping people accomplish their goals. Take your student athlete to the next level. 919-285-1374 or thestrongcenter.org.
Welcome back to Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to head across the gridiron and see how the Bengals match up in tonight's opposing scouting report.
And welcome back to Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. Rand Northam alongside Luke Anderson right now. We'll have more on our broadcast as the evening rolls along, but it's time to talk about the Comets. A lot of personnel change in the backfield for the Comets, as you'll see tonight. Same looks we've been seeing. Coach Hall will speak about that a little bit in his coach's comments coming up in just a little bit. But I formation, split back. We need to watch for the screen pass coming out of the split back. And then the offset eye, a toss sweep from some of the game film I saw too. So we'll see if they stick with those and see whether the Bengals are seeing the same things. I'm sure they're seeing a lot more than I am, that's for sure. But forcing the QB out of the pocket, not necessarily a benefit. This is a quarterback that can scramble, and not only scramble, but he can make sound passes when he's pushed out of the pocket. And so the Bengals need to be very careful about that as well. And, of course, watching out for his legs altogether and not letting him get those extra yards by being pushed out of comfort. Now, also need to watch out for number 2, the wide receiver. Don't actually have a name for him on the roster, but he might show some signs of when he's an intended target. It looks like he's complacent at times in plays in which he's not involved, but he really could be a big benefit for this Comets team as with his speed, he can get out, he can make a block, but I haven't seen that on game film, and he kind of really holds back and lays back, so we'll need to watch out for him. That is your Comets scouting report. We'll have more on the Comets as we go on tonight, and the Bengals scouting report is coming up on the other side of this timeout with comments from the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall. And right now we're going to hear from the Golden Pipes himself.
Need to unwind after a long week? There's no better place than the Aviator Smokehouse in downtown Fuquay-Varina. Start off with some mac and cheese bites, pick from a list of slow-smoked delicious meats, or try a classic sandwich or burger. Stop by the Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart or online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Thank you very much. We will be back with more of the Bengal Game Day show presented by the Aviator Smokehouse on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
The sports world continues to be saturated with talented individuals. How does your student athlete get what it takes to stand out? Along with hard work and determination, the Strong Center for Excellence will provide skills training and league play for basketball and football. The Strong Center staff also prides itself on focusing on teaching the kids to be strong, confident individuals who are ready for future stages in life. Take your student athlete to the next level. Contact the Strong Center today.
Your home is where you lay your head at night. It's where your children learn to walk, where they get their acceptance letter for college. You want someone to help you who has ethics and integrity, and who will go the extra mile to make sure you get everything you desire in your new home. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group will help you find your perfect home. Don't hesitate to call her today at 919-753-6518 and visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse, rolls on. We're minutes away from kickoff, and now it's time to dive into the Bengal scouting report. But first, let's hear from the head Bengal, Jeb Hall, in tonight's Coach's Comments, presented by the Strong Center for Excellence.
Brand Northam alongside the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall. Coach, how hard is it to put 0-4 out of your mind right now in the locker room, through the halls in the week, and get these kids to focus on you just need one, shoot a fall here and try to get something moving in the right direction?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing we've always preached is, be 1-0 each week. And after that, even if you win a game, hey, we got to forget about the win and let's move on to the next one. And so the same thing with being 0-4. I mean, yeah, it's a struggle right now, but it's the same thing we've always preached. Just, hey, that one's over. Let's go get better and get the next one.
So what have you been working on offensively to try to get things? You put together a good series. How do you get to that next level now and really seize those market improvements?
Well, we, some of our issues have been turnovers, and we get to the 20-yard line twice last week early and have a turnover from center to quarterback exchange, and whether that's quarterback, center, whatever, sometimes that's hard when you're going from center to shotgun snaps and things like that. And so, we've just kind of stressed that this week about, just the little things that we got to do right. It's a little thing in practice, but it's got to be done perfect every single time because you never know when that's going to come back to bite you.
Bengal teams of the past, we've seen every couple games or every game, you seem to come up with that big defensive play too. There have been a couple games that you've been one step away from a big interception or a big kick return. Is that obviously you scheme for it, you look for it, but does that sometimes come down to a luck of a draw too, and you're just waiting for that break?
Yeah, I mean, we have not created one turnover this year. We've gotten one fumble, and that's because the running back dropped it. And so we've put in practice time, just turnover circuits and things like that, just to get their eyes, get their minds thinking about turnovers. And sometimes you can overstress that, and they try to go for the strip and not make the tackle. But we got to do a better job just creating opportunities for ourselves and getting the offense back on the field. And the offense has got to do a better job of protecting the ball and playing better ball control offense.
So turning our attention now to Clayton, another team that off the field has been dealing with a lot, and I'm sure that's weighing on them a lot, but on the field trying to make a name for themselves right now and trying to right the ship too. What are we going to see against Clayton tonight, and is this an opportunity for really either program to get a much-needed win right now?
Yeah, I mean, this is the game of the week through CBS 17 or whatever it is, and I talked with their guy this week, and he said never in a million years would he had ever dreamed that we'd be 0-4 and Clayton would be 1-3, and they put this schedule together back during the summer. And but Clayton, talked to their coach a while ago, and they asked how it was moving over here and how bad it was and the move, and I said, well, whatever excuses I could come up with or whatever, feel sorry stories for me about the move, I said it's nothing compared to what he's going through at Clayton, and just some of the things that were in the media and things like that. I mean, it's just hard to. I mean, he's a good guy, and all those guys are good guys, but it's hard to get those kids, sometimes 16, 17-year-old, to see the big picture, and so hopefully, we can both get this thing, straightened out tonight.
Looking scheme-wise, it seems like it's a team setting up across the ball very similar to what you've seen so far this season.
Yeah, and that's kind of the trend right now. Everybody's kind of doing the same kind of offense, and so they do a really good job. They got a big old offensive line, and they're going to try to match us and run right through our heart. And defensively we got to be ready for that. And with their defense, they're hungry and they come at you, and they're going to blitz and they're going to play zero coverage and they're going to come after you and make you make a quick decision. So we got to be ready for that too.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Once again, the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall, here on Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. Evan Rogers here now with us as well. We'll talk to you here in just a little bit. We're going to head into our Bengal scouting report. I'm going to give it over to the Golden Pipes here for a second, though, and I think we need to catch up on a couple things. So if you'll let us know about those were our coaches' comments. So we want to hear from our sponsor of our coaches' comments. But go ahead and give us a couple of those.
Were Isaac Wren on defense and TJ Gladney on offense in another 32-0 shutout. The Youth Bengals return to action against the Middle Creek Junior Mustangs at Mills Park Middle School this Saturday in the first game of conference play.
Thank you. That's the Strong Center for Excellence, as well as Fuquay-Varina Youth Football, who is our sponsor of Coach's Comments. So thank you very much for that. And, of course, we're in Bengal Game Day presented by the Aviator Smokehouse.
The dreams started in the backyard smoking meat. Then the homegrown recipes were brought to downtown Fuquay-Varina to share with all. The Aviator Smokehouse has something for everyone, from smoked wings, deep fried to order, to homemade onion rings, to smoked pork and ribs. All their food is made in-house with pork from North Carolina and farm to table whenever possible. Whether you're going solo, a date night, or a party of 100, make your choice of the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart. Check them out online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Thank you very much, and why not? Let's round it out here before we head into the Bengal scouting report.
Well, have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FVHSBoosterClub.com.
Thank you very much. Well done, sir. We will have some video for you here in a little bit. We're working on some technical difficulties on our end, but we're going to head now into the Bengal scouting report. The defense, I think I wrote this in one of the Bengal blogs I've written this season. The Bengal defense shows moments of goodness, not moments of greatness, but moments of goodness. And I think we need to see some moments of greatness. We saw almost another pick. Coach Hall talked about the defensive side in his comments. We almost saw a defensive pick last week. It's the only kind of pick you get. It's just a catch if it's on offense. I think we saw one, not Leesville Road, but 2 weeks before that.
I feel like there's been fumbles that we've almost had.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like just fumbles. But and he mentioned it. He said, on defense, we've gotten one takeaway, whereas it's been not. Yeah, and he said they gave that ball. I mean, that was against Cleveland last week, where he just let the ball go. It wasn't actually a takeaway. It was just a turnover on the other side. So they've been working a lot on that this week, and will continue to do so. But still looking for the big play, the interception, the punt return, kickoff return. We saw one almost come back for it last week as well. So we're looking for that. Pittman with a nice long return last week. Well, the offense still has something, has to do something different, and spoke a bit about that too. And the Bengals right now being outscored 142-39, and, of course, a lot of that having to do with the turnovers. You can't, in 4 games, expect to have really much of a chance with 9 turnovers. I mean, that's just if you do win a lot of games with 9 turnovers, you got a heck of an offense doing a lot of work. But need to do better on third downs, too. 18% on third down right now. Just doesn't give you a great chance of not punting the ball away, and you've got to get long, sustained drives. And then the big problem for the Bengals right now is getting those drives to find the end zone as well. And then out with the old and in with the new. Be interested to see how long the Bengals really stick with the offense that they're working on right now, and not a look at that wing T. I wonder if the wing T comes back at all, when it comes back, and how that looks if they're able to implement that. At some point, does Coach Hall bring it back, and have they been working on it right now? Hard to say for sure, but if you're going to change, you've got to buy in completely, and I think that's what the Bengals have been focusing on right now is the complete buy-in to what they changed to this season. And we'll see. We'll see how long they stick with that and whether the offense can get some things going. But I think the running game has seen signs of, again,
the
goodness.
running game has looked at moments solid. I mean, we haven't really seen consistency from the passing game, which is why you bring up the point, just go back to good old wing tee Bengal football. Because, I mean, the run game has shown moments where you're like, we could work with this. We could get touchdowns off of this, but just got to find that balance or just go back to what, Fuquay is known for.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up our Bengals scouting report. The marching Bengals are going to give us, I'm sure, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem right now. I'm sorry you can't see it, but we'll continue to work on our video processes here and get you football coming up here in just a little bit. But we're going to take a timeout for the national anthem, come back with your keys to the game, and get you started for this contest. 0-4 Fuquay-Varina and 1-3 Clayton, We will have this contest, the kickoff, for you coming up in just a little bit as Bengal Game Day continues on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Now here we've got a spacious kitchen.
Honey, this house is beautiful. I think it's the one.
It just came on the market. I'm glad Krista was able to get us in here quickly.
Krista was right. With how quickly houses are selling, it's important to know the market and be prepared to act fast.
With the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty, we'll help you find your dream home. With Krista Absher, the important thing to remember is you come first. She works with honor and integrity, educating you every step of the home buying process. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested and are able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
Big box stores can sell you a new TV or even speaker wire. What they can't give you is custom entertainment. Creative Wiring Solutions is the area leader in home theater installation. In addition to offering custom design and personalized service, they offer a wide variety of products and services, including speakers, projector screens, and so much more. They'll customize packages and accessories for your individual needs, from small projects like TV mounting to larger projects like full home theater installation. Expect the best with Creative Wiring Solutions.
This is Fuquay-Varina High School football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group. Stop by their new location at the corner of Main Street and Raleigh Street, and always online at theabsherrealtygroup.com. By the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart, and online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. By Dickens Insurance Agency, proudly serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. By Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center, next to Sheetz on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. By Window Effects, give your ride that touch that will make heads turn. By P. Castle's Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game. By the Strong Center for Excellence, empowering youth on and off the court and field. And by Creative Wiring Solutions, the area's leader in custom home entertainment. Now, with a call of the game alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's the voice of the Bengals, Rand Northam.
All right, we're ready to kick things off, and for the first little bit of this contest, you are going to be just listening to what we have for you here tonight, and we're going to change things up as far as where the camera is. We're going to bring it downstairs and give you a different angle tonight, and once we get that up and running, then you will have a view of the field. But until then, it's just going to be what you hear. So we'll paint the picture for you here on the Bengal R3 Sports Network as we do each and every week. And, of course, you'll be able to hear the wonderful fans at Bengal Stadium right now, too, as they get riled up for this one with about 90 seconds left until kickoff. We will have, of course, as always, at Bengals at the half, we're going to have another player profile tonight. Hayden Thompson, thank you. Hayden Thompson, Evan spoke with him, and we'll be hearing from him from the soccer team tonight. Looking forward to that. Lots to get to tonight, and we're glad to be back with you on a really nice Friday night. Finally cooled off a little bit.
Fall weather.
I mean, you can't beat this, and I think it's going to be at least not scorching tomorrow, right, for tomorrow's game?
For tomorrow's big game?
That's right.
See the tickets prices?
Fourth, what is it, the
I think it's
fourth
third.
most sought after? Third now? Third most sought after game. Of course, if you haven't been paying attention, shame on you. But we are talking about the Appalachian State's UNC Chapel Hill game that has been the talk of the town lately. And I think going into this season, a lot of people, Appalachian faithful went, Appalachian's going to come down here and wipe the floor with them. 2 games into it, you go, oh, okay, Mac Brown still knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
ESPN didn't water him down too badly, and here they are at 2-1, and it's gonna be a good contest.
It'll be a good game, yeah. I'm excited.
Defense, a big question mark for Appalachian State, of course, and I don't know, lots to get to, but we'll talk about that as the night goes on. As we now are ready for kickoff from left to right, here to start things off, and there he is, Shea Pittman, ready to return the ball, breaks off one would-be tackler, and gets a nice little return. So, excuse me, I think was that Pierce?
No, that was Shea.
That's Shea Pittman.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting better. And so Fuquay-Varina will take over on offense. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. And for the first offensive play, Bengals. Is that a mishandled snap again? Couldn't quite tell what happened in there. A little bit of a scrum. I know you're not able to see it quite yet, but fumble on the initial snap there. Backs it up 2 yards to the 35-yard line, where the Bengals have it second down and 12. And the White Hat actually coming up to the middle linebacker of the Comets, saying something, but moving on. So back under center is Braswell, man in motion from the right. This will be a handoff to the fullback position, goes up the middle. Gains right back to the original line of scrimmage. That defensive line got quite the push. And now the Bengals see 3rd down and 12 again. Back in shotgun now with a tight trips receivers on the right-hand side. A little bit of a screen that just falls out of the hands of Jackson Barker. And that will be a quick 3 and out for Fuquay-Varina's offense. Not what the Bengals needed to start off with, but again, if you start off with that bad exchange between quarterback and center, you're setting yourself in a bad position to start. Ever pinched both thumbs at the same time? I can add that to my list of yes, I have. Whew. Matthew Lyons doing what he has done very well this season. Back to punt and punts it out nearly down to the 30-yard line. where the Comets will take over on offense. And just an update for you, if you're just joining us, we are having some technical difficulties with our camera, but we are moving the camera downstairs here, and we will have a new view for you here in just a moment as we get this all lined up here down off the roof. First down and 10. Clayton Comets on offense. Will be a handoff to the running back. Running back carries it ahead for a good gain and sets the tone here for those wearing white tonight. Gain of about 6 as the carry is up to the 36-yard line. Line to gain is now the 40 in Comet territory. I formation here with Twins receivers to the right. And this will be a delayed handoff, but another handoff to the running back. This is Deshaun Hinton. Hinton carries it ahead for the first down as he gains 4, 5, maybe even 6, I guess 5 there as he carries it up to the 41-yard line. So quickly a first down for the Clayton Comets.
First down, Clayton.
Carry on first down again, and 3 yards short of midfield right now as it's a good gain, brings up second down and 4. This will be an option read. The quarterback pulls it back out, and this is not Chris Barber that I thought was going to be getting the start today, but it was actually Noah Anderson who is in at quarterback right now and carried ahead for, looks like no gain. Third down and 4 now to go. The line to gain is the 49 of Bengal territory. You see Caden Linka step to the defensive line, slaps the helmet of the lineman, says, let's make a stand here, get the ball back into the hands of our offense. And this will be another carry that goes for a long gain down the middle, and Deshaun Hinton able to make that first down no problem again.
Number 24, Deshaun Hinton once again up the middle for the Comets. This time tackled by number 22, Zach Birch. First down, Clayton.
First down and 10 from the 40. Another carry ahead by Hinton. He carries it forward for a good 6 or 7 yard gain. Linkus in on the tackle and some other Bengals. Jackson Barker now subbing out. And the quarterback Anderson to the sideline, comes back into the huddle with the play call and will step to the line. Second down, 4 to go. Line to gain is the 30. Moving the ball well right now are the Comets. This will be a handoff from an I formation. Hinton gets stopped momentarily. And then Caden Linkus stepping up, clapping his hands after making a stop that saves the first down by about a yard. Third down and 1 to go. And again, the line to gain is the 30. I formation. Handoff to the fullback who has the weight to carry him ahead for the first down. Looked like he was going to be stopped, but that is a lot of meat to pull down. CJ Hopper from the fullback position carries it ahead to the 29 and gets the first down.
It's a big boy.
You go ahead and stand out in front of him.
Initially hit on the play by number 8, Ellis Blankenship.
Ellis Blankenship getting credit for the initial contact there. And I'm sorry, Ellis. Hinton carries ahead again. He's been doing well. Ball comes out, but the whistle blows, and they're going to say that that's blown dead. And the Comets will hold on to it.
Deshaun hitting once again for the Comets up the middle. Hit this time by number 11, Matt Lyons. Second down.
Gain of about 5. Second down and 5 now. I formation coming again. Twins receivers to the left-hand side, and a whistle and a stoppage. It's going to be an illegal procedure against Clayton, it looks like, for a false start on the offensive line.
A big fullback move early.
Was that it?
Yeah, the big
fullback.
fullback.
Cool. I thought I saw moving on the right tackle, but got that weight moving in the wrong direction, huh?
Once you get it moving, it's hard to stop it.
It sure is. It's hard to stop a train. So loss of 5 backs them up to second down and 10 now with the first penalty on the Comets tonight. First penalty on the night altogether as the quarterback steps to the right. Anderson looks like changing the play call there, telling the tight end something, and handoff to Hinton again. A host of Bengals there to help the initial contact. The offensive or defensive line there to make a stop. Jackson Barker in on the tackle, as well as Jeremiah Waldred and others. Handoff in the backfield with a little swing around the right-hand side, coming up, clapping his hands there to make the stop. Last week's defensive player of the game presented by presented by P. Castle's Law, PLLC, Tyler Burgess on the stop. Fourth down coming now. This will be a pass, and it's a pass to the left-hand side. Alford pulls it down and gets the completion. Pressure in the backfield by Barker, but a successful play with a rollout to the left. And that will be a first down, another first down as the Comets are moving this one forward. Again, big win last week, 24-21 against Gardner Magnet. And it's upside down, but it's working. And Luke, our producer, is going to fix that for you so you see it right side up. We'll get it back on the tripod, and glad to have video back for you. We're going to have to switch out the cable, but go ahead and just do it handheld here for a little bit, Nate, and we'll switch things up here in just a moment. We got 3.5 minutes left in this quarter, so we'll switch things up at the quarter break. Good work. Don't know what you did, but thank you. You just earned your keep. Meanwhile, the Comets continue their march down the field here and are 5 yards away on second down.
Oh, we lost it.
Three.
Dark again.
Hinton just pinballing off of would-be tacklers, but staying on his feet, marches the 5 yards in and gets the touchdown. First 6 on the board for the night. Hold is down, kick is up, and quite a good leg on that one through the uprights for the PAT. So 7-0, Clayton with the first points on the board and a long sustained drive there. Now 2:56 left to play on the first quarter clock. Offense is going to that's just what it comes down to right now for the Bengals. Again, just not starting off on the right foot. And Fuquay-Varina will head back to the offensive side. We've seen that a couple of games so far. We've seen that first snap, Panther Creek, I think Leesville Road again. Now tonight, 3 of the 4 games that the Bengals have played, that first series has been dreadful. One of them was, what, 4
bobbled
penalties?
snaps or 3 penalties. Like, you can't, especially with the offense we have this year, you get behind the sticks early. I mean,
right. This is
not the offense you want to get 15, 20 yards behind the sticks with. Like,
right.
It's just not that kind of offense.
The Bryson Braswell era was one where double sticks, 3rd and 25, they were able to somehow come back with it. But we have not seen that this year, and Bengals don't want to put themselves in that position. So Clayton will head back to kick it off again, run up to the line, now switch to an onside kick, bounce it, and stepping up to it is Fuquay-Varina. Great heads-up play by the second man there. That will be Bengal ball. Great backup. I want to see who came up with it. That is
52.
30, I believe.
30.
Carlin.
Onside kick failed.
Joe Carlin coming up with the ball. Again, great heads-up play. I think it was it Barker who stepped up to try to grab it first. Wasn't able to pull it in, but just a heads-up play to try to go get the ball. I know it didn't go 10 yards yet, but sometimes you can't wait for it to come and find you. So good job by Carlin to come in and back him up and find the ball and keep it in the hands of the Bengals. A little bit of trickeration here early now. Nice gain on first down by Matthew Lyons. Lyons carries it ahead for about 7 yards. That's what we were looking for these Bengals.
Second down.
Another carry. Now some yards to run. 10, 5, touchdown! Bengals answer quickly. Chaparral with the touchdown run. Had some great blocks as he carried to the left side. Punches it in. Chaparral, our reigning offensive player of the game. And that really, that breaks a streak of, shutout last week. Bengals, again, if you heard it in Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse, the Bengals outscored 142-34 coming into this contest, and that is a great thing to see. The big play, we talked about the big plays. We were talking about a lot of it on the other side of the ball, getting a big play defensively, but the Bengals will take them wherever they can get them right now.
That's the way to make Seth keep his hat on right there.
Bengals heading back to kickoff after a short, quick, but successful offensive series. PAT was good, and the kick will go from the center of the field over to the right near the Clayton side of the field. Potential big return, as you can hear the size from the Bengals sideline. And the return goes all the way down inside Bengal territory to the 45-yard line, and we've got it back. Good work, Luke. And Nate, 2 minutes now. Now we can get it back on the tripod here in 2 minutes, and we'll bring you video, hopefully, for the remainder of this contest here tonight. Thank you for your patience and sticking with us here, as there looks to be a little bit of confusion as to which line they were going to put the ball down on, but they do settle on the 45-yard line. And it is first down and 10 for the Comets. Handoff up the middle. Again, big fullback. Look at him carry it ahead for 9 yards, and 6 of those were with 3 or 4 Bengals on his back.
Second down.
That brings up second down and 1 to go on the 9-yard gain. Twins receivers to the right. Last series, I know you didn't see it, but oh, wow, big stop at the line there. What a great tackle. Once again, Tyler Burgess stepping up and just shutting down any forward momentum there by the running back. That brings up third down, 1 to go. And a big third down coming here if the Bengals can continue to swing the momentum in the direction that it seems to be going right now. But, oh, wow. I lost him there for a second. Looked like an offensive
with
lineman.
the lineman, yeah. He's so
exactly.
big.
My eyes shifted to one of the linemen, but it was C.J. Hopper who continued to carry the ball ahead for the first down successfully, and he got it up to the 32-yard line.
First down, Clayton.
Handoff into the backfield, I formation again. Lots of room to run, taking to the far side of the field. Shoestring tackle, just holding on there. Great job to do so, and then lends a hand down to pick him up. I believe that is Ellis Blankenship on the tackle, who just held the ankles of the running back Jalen Chadwick, who gained the first down.
Looking throughout our secondary tonight, Gabe Davison, I didn't see, is out there.
Don't see him.
Don't see him. He's injured.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
It's a big loss.
Leading tackler for the Fuquay-Varina Bengals. Not having him. Again, you don't want your secondary to be your leading tackler, but that is, in fact, the case. So that will be the end of the first quarter. We will take this time out and put the camera back on a tripod to your benefit and Nate's as well. So back with more after this timeout. Second quarter action on the way next on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
If you're looking for a realtor and want to save thousands, call me. I'm Krista Absher of the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. With our Heroes to Homeowners program, first responders, nurses, teachers, and veterans qualify for a 25% commission rebate to thank you for your service and sacrifice. As an Air Force veteran with 13 years of local real estate experience, our mission is to help fellow veterans and local heroes achieve their dream of homeownership. Call me, Krista Absher, 919-355-SOLD. That's 919-355-SOLD. Or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty or any of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
Seven after one quarter of play, and feeling a little bit more in the groove right now. We've got the camera back up and running. Again, thank you for your patience during those glitches, and we're glad to have you here on the Bengal R3 Sports Network in An exciting game for the Bengals so far. Right now, the offense saw, again, what was it, 2-play drive, 3-play drive. Chaparral with the touchdown run, reigning offensive player of the game. Sorry that you didn't get to see it on video. Great run, great.
Good hole.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line and all the blockers. But now the Comets marching yet again. Had a short field on the good return. Play action pass, which great defensive. A little bit of pressure there on the back, but just enough by Jacob Medlin to knock that ball out of the hands of the would-be receiver. That brings up 3rd down and 9. Comets have had 3rd and short a lot tonight, but this is a 3rd down and 9. Smells like it's going to C.J. Hopper to me.
Yeah.
Just let him – oh, he's not in it.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not in right now, so that takes him out of it. But maybe they start to go to the air again. No, handoff. Chadwick. Chadwick carries it up the middle. He stays on his feet, carries it all the way down to the 1-yard line, where the Comets will have 4 opportunities to try to punch this one in on 1st down and goal now. Quickly back to the line. Chadwick gets met in the backfield, but that one punched in on the 1-yard touchdown run, and the Comets excited for that touchdown, answering it yet again. The Bengals' quick answer. And we'll see what the offense of Fuquay-Varina has on the opposite side. Pendulum swinging right now. Luke, after this PAT, we're going to hand it over to you again as the kick goes up and good. Got to make up for our first quarter, so if you'll look at our
Sell your home? Are you in the market to buy or sell your home? Based in downtown Fuquay-Varina. 1 minute from Fuquay-Varina High School on Broad Street, there's one team with the knowledge and experience to help you make the best decision for you and your family. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group have agents from many real estate backgrounds, such as previous military, national relocation, and locals. They promise to exceed your expectations. Call Krista Absher, 919-753-6518, or theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Thank you very much. Ready to kick things off again for Clayton Comets as the Bengal offense will get it back. Didn't get the keys to the game tonight, but obviously penalties is a big one, but turnovers has to be an even bigger one. I think the penalties looked a bit better last week after the Leesville Road debacle that was. Oh, wow. Just heard from our nice return. All the way back to the 40-yard line. Just heard from our R3 Sports affiliate over at Cary tonight. It's the inaugural broadcast of the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network, and they have a blown transformer over at Cary High School. So I'm not kidding, folks. I don't know if everybody else experienced this, but since Friday the 13th, it has been just nuts. I don't I don't know what to say about it. It's been insane, and we've seen some of that carrying over here again tonight. But Fuquay-Varina with the offense. Nice return up to the 40-yard line, and a whistle and a flag. And I believe somebody was set up. I'm going to say it's on Clayton, it looks like right now, as he was set up right in the face guard of the receiver on the near side, which is Ethan Burke. Offsides was going to be called, and Fuquay-Varina is going to get that 5 yards. Stephen Lines is going to be called for that penalty. Ball moved up to the 45-yard line, and the Bengals set for the first down. This will be a toss sweep to Lyons, who initially loses a few yards but breaks the tackle in the backfield, carries it ahead for a few. And that will bring up second down and just 2 yards. The line to gain is right at midfield. Can still see a little of the residual paint from last week that we saw, the orange, black, and white midfield stripe. The black line denoting, I believe, the actual midfield line, if it's not the white from the previous week. But still there. Haven't had a lot of rain lately since the storms went through, and the grass actually looking a little bit more yellow because it's been a little dry. Nice tackle coming through from the defensive line on the carry. Chaparral with the loss on that. And I believe it was Christopher Hopper. Interesting. 2 Hoppers on the Comet side. Got to be a...
They got to be related.
I would think.
They have the same build.
There. Yeah, a big.
Same build.
Big. That brings up 3rd down now and about 4. Again, line to gain is midfield. Man in motion is Lions. A little counter there by Fuquay-Varina. Something of the old Bengals, and tripped up is Jackson Barker. Boy, I was just looking back at, I believe it was our first season. Saw some graphics that came up as I was working on our Holly Springs network, and I apologize to all of the Fuquay faithful. We did not go to Holly Springs because it was a rivalry thing, and I'm sure you're going to hate hearing anytime we mention Holly Springs, but we'll leave the Holly Springs talk to the Holly Springs crew. But looking back at that and saw number 6 Colton Smith, who used to wear that number 6 and used to run that counter so very well, and loved to see that just now. And Bengals really ran it quite flawlessly.
I was looking at stats from that season. That what was it, like 11-1 before they played Middle Creek?
Right.
I think he had 22 touchdowns on the year.
Oh man, that was our first year.
Incredible.
And I mean, unfortunately, we set the bar really high on our first year of broadcasting, but we look forward to getting back to that again too. Man in motion from the right wing. This will be another counter and another Jackson Barker carry. 6 God, I believe, was the hashtag back then. I know it's continued on just a little bit since then, but looking good as we see 2 wings set up there. Coach Hall had mentioned to us a couple weeks ago, and then again last week, he's going to start implementing the wing tee back into the conversation. And it's looking good right now. You've got Matthew Lyons set up on the right wing and Jackson Barker on the left wing. Man in motion from the right wing. This is a carry now into the backfield. That opens them up a bit more. Man stood up and stepped back as Connor Chaparral gets the carry and moves it ahead a few. The first down carry up to the 30-yard line, where it will bring up 2nd down and 7?
2nd, 6, 7, yeah. 7.
Yep. Man, I mean, talk about blast from the past here. Looking from the huddle, slowly, methodically moving to the line. Got to get rid of it, Braswell. Throw it, just tosses it ahead. And, ooh, boy, I'm not sure he got that out in front of the, past the line of scrimmage, if you will. But I will say that is something I really wish he would throw it away more.
He holds on to, he holds on to the ball way too long.
And I'm sure you don't want to, in his mind, he's probably thinking,
trying to make a play.
Yeah, make a play. I don't want to just dump it away. But you've also got to not give up those yards.
Yeah, I mean, if he throws that pass a half second late, I mean, that could be a fumble.
Yeah,
with that
and don't give yourself the chance to throw it not to the line of scrimmage. He had to shovel past that one and barely made it to the line of scrimmage. So he's really got to think about that a little bit sooner. On 3rd down, a gain of a few. And we're going to see about 3 yards now on the 4th down that the Bengals are going to have to make a decision on here. I mean, really, going back to the pass of the Bengals, even play calls coming from the sideline now.
Really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, Braswell, now the plays have been coming to the side. I don't know that they're doing it every time, as Burke is going to split out to the left side now. 2 wings again, same as before. As far as personnel, and a hard snap. Clayton will get called for the offsides, and that was interesting. Everybody knew it before the official even threw his flag. He must be holding it real deep in the pocket there because it takes him a while to get it out. But everybody knew it. And another hard snap, not even doing the motion
not even doing the motion, yeah.
Just whatever Braswell's got there in his bark, he's got a good one. This will be a counter to Barker. Barker now sees a hole open up in the middle Just as you saw, Barker was taking it out to the right, to the right, to the right. Now Clayton seems to be counteracting that and moving all their defense over that way. Barker saw the hole open up to the middle, took it up the middle, got the first down, and it will bring up first down and goal from the 10-yard line. Down 14-7. I am so curious to hear what all the haters of the wing T are saying right now as this is working quite well. Chaparral met at the line that time and bounced back as it will go for a loss of 1 to the 11-yard line. Clayton snuffing that one out, no problem. Chaparral's going to come take a breather on the sideline. Might still be winded from that touchdown run earlier. So it looks like he got knocked around a little bit. Hope he's doing okay. Got met at the line, that's for sure. Now the Bengals will see a tight trips formation on the left-hand side. This will be a toss, sweep, Lions. Touchdown, Bengals! Looky, looky. Bengals getting some offense going here tonight. I would not have said this had the offense not produced the way they are tonight. Coach Hall said, "We don't get the run game going tonight, I'm gonna lose my mind." And I get it. I mean, it must just be maddening. I'm sure all the coaching staff are wanting that. It's not pointing fingers at any one person or any one part of the personnel. Just wanting to get things clicking again, and they are firing right now for the Bengals. Looking great here with a tie score, 14 apiece, 6:20 up on the scoreboard. Let's get Luke, take your time to get us our word here from the second quarter. Then I want to talk a little bit this in line with what people have been talking about the Appalachian State UNC game. Go ahead, Luke.
There's one team in the triangle that has the best game plan for selling your home. It starts with a well-priced home, which will often generate competing offers and drive up the final sale price. The players you want on your side are the Absher Realty Group. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today and tell them you want to be on Team Absher.
So we talked a bit in Bengal Game Day about how this is a good chance for the Bengals to get something going here. Clayton down this season, of course, all the scandal going on there. That's got to play with your head, even if you weren't even a part of that that program. It's got to play with you. You're hearing your school all the time in the news. So talking about Fuquay having a chance tonight, if the Bengals continue to roll in this direction, I don't want to hear the comments of, yeah, well, but it was Clayton. And that is a lot of the conversation that's going on with the UNC Appalachian game right now. Yeah, well, if Appalachian beats UNC tomorrow, yeah, well, it's a UNC team that's down. It's a P5 win.
It's a Power 5 win. I mean, the past 3 years, you got Wake Forest, Tennessee, Penn State.
Oh, I do think so. Apparently, Rapinoe, who's the Middle Creek guy,
yeah, he does kickoffs for Carolina
UNC now.
Yeah, he does the kickoffs for him.
Very interesing. He's
Middle
the guy
Creek.
that
Middle Creek.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I won't utter the words that I've said before. But yeah, it was interesting to hear the Appalachian State folks just really ragging on him because of the. I mean, was it Tennessee and Penn State that he was involved in?
It was Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
He got the first attempt was like missed, but they threw a flag, and then the second attempt was blocked, and then Tennessee he missed that PAT. So if he makes the PAT, then that game doesn't go into overtime.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, killer.
The what ifs. What ifs.
Absolutely. Man, so excited. I'm wearing my Check Yosef Before You Wreck Yosef t-shirt to the game, sitting in some Carolina person's season ticket holder seats. And, can't wait.
It's going to be a great atmosphere.
To it. It sure is. And a beautiful day. Second down and 1 now for the Clayton Comets after the long first down carry. High formation, carry up the middle. This will be the first down carry for Daniel Alford. And the carry goes ahead to the 45, 46-yard line where it will be first down and 10.
inside with the comments. Hit on the play by number 51, J.M. Bootware.
Another carry rolling ahead into Bengal territory again, up to the 40-yard line. Big, long gain. Just blow for blow here. Defensive struggle as it is. With 5:33 left to play in the second quarter. Split back formation now. We saw a screen pass on the game film. Let's see if this comes again. They kind of looked for it, and yeah, that's what they do. Through different screen here. There was a bubble screen that I saw on the game film, but still, they like to throw the screen pass out of that split back formation. And that falls incomplete, so it brings up the second down. And I'm going to confess, I did not watch a lot of Clayton game film. I was interested to see, did I see what I thought was enough? And I have not seen any plays that I didn't see on that very little bit of game film that I saw. So it's very interesting. They have just a handful of plays.
They got a set few plays, power run.
Yep.
Every once in a while slinging out, maybe, but
big rotation out of the backfield. I mean,
yeah, we've seen 3 running backs already.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of them that I captured actually didn't even have names. Did not get a roster from the coaching staff. Looked at Max Preps, and that's not always as reliable as you would hope. This will be a tackle in the backfield. Big stop there. Defensive play of the game, or player of the game, and a play of the game candidate there on that one, as Tyler Burgess and his crew of the defensive line step up and make a stop for a loss. Brings up 4th down all of a sudden here, and that is at the 36-yard line. 4:16 and counting, second quarter. Comets have all 3 of their timeouts, as do the Bengals, as we sit here 14 all. I formation, and look who's back there. C.J. Hopper is going to be the lead blocker this time. The carry will go enough for a first down. And that will be up to the 29-yard line as the Comets on 4th down keep the ball rolling. So if Hopper isn't your ball carrier, boy, he can be your lead blocker and still do a lot of damage. First down and 10 from the 29. I formation again. Got a wide stance back there, does Hopper, and he gets the carry. Boy, you could put him on the line and let him fall forward for a yard. And a flag coming in late. There's been a lot of extra pushing and shoving. It seems like on the Bengal side, the pushing has been to the whistle, maybe a little bit through the whistle. And now it just looks like it might have extended a little bit further than that. And Coach Hall is giving Jeremiah Waldred an earful. That is something that Coach Hall does not stand for, especially hustle penalties. He's all for. He gets it. He understands it. It's unfortunate, but things like that, and those are the things that can break your back. We have seen it time and time again with this Bengal squad.
Reminds me of Holly Springs last year.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I think it was Jim and I talking about that just last week. I mean, that's a totally different game. With almost a different season if you pull that win out. Yeah. But that one penalty
really destroyed the morale. And just
what a game, too. That was the monsoon game where it just poured into the building. Unsportsmanlike penalty on Fuquay-Varina. Unsportsmanlike penalty, so it will be offsetting penalties, one against the Comets as well. I'm sure that does not make Coach Hall feel any better. And again, Coach Hall is not one who will say, okay, it's offsetting, let's get back in there. I see Waldred's helmet is off, and he's walking down the sideline right now. I'm not saying that he's going to the locker room or anything, but he's at least going to be setting some out, and that is a name that you hear multiple times on tackles on big plays on the defensive line, and something that the Bengals cannot afford to lose. So that will replay the down. Actually, it was a dead ball penalty, so it's 2nd down and 9 now. So the White hat has now gone over to the coaching staff. Rob Sensony of the Clayton Comets wanting a little bit more explanation as to what took place. And the White hat comes back over. Makes more notes in his handy-dandy notebook. Still taking his time. My goodness. Last week, we did have a running clock at the end of the game. A late substitution. Not real sure what was going on there on the Bengals sideline. Here he is. He can roll out. He can stick it, but this time he doesn't. This goes out of the hands of the would-be receiver. That is Jacob Knight coming out of the backfield. Ball falls incomplete. Clock stops at 3:12, and we see a 3rd down and 8.5, but I'm sure they're calling it 9 right now.
Big incompletion.
Yeah, and Knight, he is fired up back there because I think he was smelling 6.
Oh, yeah. He had a lot of green grass ahead of him.
And that's so interesting. So different quarterback, at least wearing a different number tonight, but it was, oh my goodness. Wow, Tyler Burgess laying the hit on the running back, backing him up a good 5+ yards, bringing up a big 4th down. That has to be a candidate for a play of the game presented by Window Effects. Save that one for the highlight reel for the future. Tyler Burgess. Burgess has gotten a lot of playing time. I wouldn't count him out as being a first string, but at least as far as the roster is concerned, it's usually Waldred who gets that nose guard position to start. Waldred out right now with an unsportsmanlike penalty, and Burgess stepping up and making the play. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage as Coach Hall has to take the timeout with 2:23 left to play, 2nd quarter. Saw something that Clayton was lining up with there, 4th down and 14, and said, I'd rather give ourselves a chance, lose the timeout here, give ourselves a chance to make a good play here, get out of this one with nothing hurt, try to march it back down the field, and take the lead for the first time tonight. That would be ideal here for the Bengals. So 2 timeouts left for the Bengals here in the first half, all 3 left to give for the Clayton Comets. How did I lose 3 pens? I had 3 pens sitting here. There they are.
I swear that's him. It looks just like him. I'm going to confirm that. I'm going to look at him when he comes down. I'm asking him.
So I think Marquise Williams might be on the coaching staff for Clayton right now. I was actually covering, so I was at WCHL at the radio station when he was the quarterback.
Yeah, during those, what were they, top 10 at one point when they went and played Clemson in the ACC title game?
Talented quarterback.
Dual threat.
But we're going to check it out. Great step. Oh, my goodness. Defender steps up to try to bat that one down. I believe that's the receiver we actually don't have the number for. Is it number 2?
Number 6.
Number 6 is the receiver?
Yes.
Gotcha. So Elijah Sanders pulls it down for the touchdown.
That's deflating.
It is. I mean, he had great positioning, but just didn't quite swat at it enough. Stepped back to it, and the Clayton Comets punch it in for 6 more. 20-14, PAT pending. High snap, hold is down. Kick is away, and it's good. As Fuquay-Varina's Jack Wahlberg, was it, coming through, try to put the block up?
Shea.
Man, I'm glad you're here because I can't see any of these numbers. I'm just kind of bunched up, and they all look like 8s.
It's the silver. It's the metallic.
It is.
Shiny under the light, under the new LED lights.
I would call an Oregon game any day of the week with like 6-foot-tall numbers on their jerseys. Yeah. They know what's going on. Hey, you little Middle Creek guys with your little 5-inch numbers on your jersey.
5-inch numbers, and they had like black on black.
Yeah. You're only hurting yourself. I know it looks cool, I guess. But give me the big old numbers any day and call my name. So 21-14, 2:17 left to play, second quarter. Still 2 timeouts left for the Bengals. And during halftime, we're going to send Nate back to the roof. We're going to try to get some roof action for you again. I know the reflection's not great on the inside here, so we'll get Nate back up on the roof. Fair catch called for at the 31-yard line where the Bengals will take over. Nice short-ish field, medium-sized field here that the Bengals will have to work with. And, boy, that offense, looking at the wing tee again, has been rolling a little bit.
Counterplay.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That thing was golden last year.
It was. I mean, the last 4 years, just clutch. And obviously it's something that the Bengals, sorry, Nate, Bengals haven't shown for a while. So for a little bit of time, that will continue to work. I'm just interested to see in the second half if the Bengals continue to bring it out. Will Clayton be able to adjust and shut it down? But then do you go back to your bag of tricks of what you've been running that hasn't been working the last few weeks? This will be a handoff, a dive up the middle that goes to Matthew Lyons now. So there you see it. It just adds to your bag of tricks. A good gain of up to the 45-yard line. You do the math.
13.
Thank you. You can see the numbers and you can do the math too. This is why we keep you around. Again, remember, we've got Hayden Thompson coming your way too for our player profile at Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. Ooh, a little bit of jump on the defensive side. No call there as he jumped just before. Chaparral taking a little play out of the playbook of C.J. Hopper on the opposite side of the field and just continuing to roll ahead. It almost looked like he lost the ball there at the end, but I guess unless he didn't lose it, but they marked forward progress regardless up at the 41-yard line. Inside Comet territory now, and the Bengal offense continuing to roll. Burke will split out to the right side now. Still no completions tonight, right?
Nope.
As far as passes
only
for
one
the Bengals.
attempted pass.
This will be a counter from right to left. Matthew Lyons breaks it, sprints into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Didn't take much time at all there. Wow, I am so glad to see this offense back. Coach, I don't know where you are tonight, but we're missing you here because this is what you've been looking for. And look at the energy on the side of the Bengals, too. It's Bengals still catching up to the Comets right now. But the energy, you can just see it. A change, the change that the Bengals needed. Wow. With all the pressure in the backfield, 3 Comets there, and he still gets the kickoff. Able to punch it in and tie this contest up at 21. Look at the hugs on the sideline, too. The coaching staff of Fuquay-Varina giving hugs to the players as they come to the sideline. People on their feet here at Bengals Stadium as well. 21-21 with 1:28 to play until halftime. Stay tuned for Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. We will have first half analysis. We'll have scores from around the country, from around the Triangle area, high school football scores. We'll have your college football preview for the weekend. I can only imagine we're going to be spending a little bit of time talking about something that will be taking place in Chapel Hill tomorrow. And then we'll also have your player profile, as mentioned, Hayden Thompson from the soccer team. And get you ready for half number 2, because if it's anything like half number 1, boy, it's going to be exciting. And we're talking, I think, off the air, Coach Hall was mentioning CBS 17 makes their schedule before the season even begins. Tonight's their CBS 17 game of the week. How in the world would you think that an 0-4 and a 1-3 matchup would be the game of the week? But because that schedule was what it was, well, it turns out to be quite an exciting game, at least so far. Now cutting up to the middle of the field, trying to reverse fields. Now with a big chance for a big return, at least to get a short field. Might turn it all the way back. One man to beat, gets to him, makes the tackle inside the 5-yard line. 4 yards to work with now. Boy, deflating.
Ethan Burke with the tackle.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Burke chases him down and makes the touchdown saving tackle inside the 5. First and goal from the 4. 21 all. Handoff. Everything going there for the Comets. Big hole for the running back as he punches it in. That's Deshaun Hinton. Hinton gets another carry and another mark into the end zone. So quickly, 6 more points up on the board. PAT pending again here. $109 to play until halftime, and boy, as fast as the Bengals have been scoring, there's still time for Fuquay-Varina to get it in there. Late substitution now coming in, and those linemen take a little time to lumber themselves in there. You got a 40-second play clock now. Maybe 25 on the kick. Medium snap, low kick this time. And boy, every one of those points might be counting tonight. Might be important. 28-21 as the kick is up and good with, again, 109 to play until halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that first series of the Bengals. Right, 7 straight scores, 3 and out and 7 straight scores. Man, that's a good way of putting it.
Not something I thought I would say.
Right. I mean, what we've been seeing, unfortunately, this doesn't help your point differential right now. It's staying the same distance apart, but just to see the Bengals be able to put something into the end zone. Hey, one game away from conference season. That's why you play the games you do in the non-conference schedule. I haven't said it enough, I don't think. I don't think you can say it enough that the caliber, that's going to be offsides on Clayton, just trying to get a extra yard there. Misreading the kick. But different caliber of non-conference schedule tonight. Obviously playing Cleveland again, but when you play the Leesville Road and the Panther Creek and
Hillside's a really
Hillside,
good team.
absolutely, yeah. It's not the Harnett Centrals and the.
You saw Cary in the past.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, last year we played Cleveland, and then you had Terry Sanford.
Yeah, Terry Sanford. That's right.
Those don't compare. To Leesville or Hillside.
Right. Yeah. Terry Sanford ended up being decent, but it's still. You're right. It's just not quite the same. I saw that they actually tore down their whole football stadium at Terry Sanford in the offseason. Yeah, I don't know if they're playing there this year, if they were able to get something up. It seemed like it was very late in the season. Tore down the whole thing.
That was an old box.
Yeah, it was water sitting on it. I thought we were going to be electrocuted. Ooh, big tackle right around the neck on the return man, Ethan Burke. But Burke gets up no problem. Carries it up to the 35-yard line where the Bengals will have it with 66 seconds left on the second quarter clock and 2 timeouts.
I say we run a counter.
Run a counter. Followed up with a dive from Lions and punch another one in here. Tie it up. Let's start at zeros again for the second half. I'm working on about an hour and a half of sleep, but I wouldn't mind a late night. I'm okay with that. I'll sleep on the way to Chapel Hill tomorrow. This is a counter. Matthew Lyons. Lyons will take it to the far side of the field. Doesn't get to the sideline. Gets dragged down after about a 3-yard gain. Clock rolls under 1 minute now. 2nd down and 7 coming up. The line to gain is the 45. And a flag is going to be called. Sideline warning is going to be called against Wayne Bragg as he was trying to get out there and make his get his play call. And they do. They've got the I've actually got the ref mic working tonight. Can't really pick it up all that well on our microphones, just based on where the speakers are, but nice to see. Yeah, sure.
Smart,
yeah. You get one free. That's right. Yeah, we're talking about a free timeout here, and continuing to roll Connor Shepperell back after no gain. And the clock continues to roll now with 30 seconds left. This is kind of no man's land. I'm not surprised at all that Coach Hall and the the coaching staff of Fuquay-Varina not burning the timeouts here. You don't want to take a timeout. Give the opposing team time on the clock. You want to run a couple plays here. This is a direct snap to Matthew Lyons, I believe. Lyons is going to bring it to the near sideline. Runs it out of bounds. Not necessarily. It's down to 8.4. Coach Hall not real pleased with that one, but I like the thought. I like trying to mix it up there a little bit. That's a loss of 1, actually, back to the 40-yard line, which will bring out 4th down and 5. So now maybe Lyons punts it away, tries to get a high kick and no return. Kick it out of bounds here maybe and let this clock run out. But no, it looks like the Bengals are going to, well, you could motion here. Try to get that 5 that you need. Movement, and not enough movement, though. All right, 4th down and 5. Looking for the back judge's hand as there's no play clock here now. Arm is up, and the timeout will be called by Coach Hall and the Bengals sideline. So that's 2 for the Bengals. They've got 1 left, but I imagine we're going to see a punt coming here. We're going to look at scores from around the triangle. We're going to look at that must be the only thing that they can punch in there. So weather delay is what's showing up on high school OT for Holly Springs and Cary. They had a transformer blow, and all the lights went out. So they're trying to get that fixed.
That's awful.
Yeah, I've been getting texts from Adam Moore as our play-by-play announcer for the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network. What are we pointing at here? Oh, really?
That's the space station.
The Russians spying on us or something? Yeah? Oh, the ISS is passing over right now, apparently. Even got the white hat to look up at it. I'll let Ethan find it for us and. Did I say Ethan? I meant Evan. Sorry. Thinking about Ethan Burke as Lions will get the carry. Carries it ahead for the 1st down. Bengals have another timeout. Clock will stop for the 1st down. And Coach Hall will call the timeout. Gets a little workout out to midfield as he gets that timeout called. And that is the final timeout of the 1st half. And the Bengals will try for one more play. That's all you can ask for right there. Don't give the ball back into the hands of the Comets. You get the 1st down, so go ahead, burn your timeout, see if you can throw one up, or run a counter again. I mean, I would not be surprised to see the counter run here. It's worked well. The Comets are going to expect it, obviously. But sure, go for it. Give it a try.
See a trick play.
I would love that.
A little hook and ladder.
That'd be great. I would love it. Bengals using all of this timeout to get the play call in. .1 to play, 2nd quarter. Wide offensive line here. Man in motion goes Barker. Lyons carries to the left side, stays on his feet, now tries to reverse fields, doesn't do so successfully, but does get a 2-yard carry. Runs out the remainder of the second quarter clock, and the Bengals will go into halftime down 7, 28-21. We will be back with Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Houses in the Triangle are selling quickly. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have someone on your side making sure you get every penny your home is worth. Krista Abshur and her team at the Abshur Realty Group want to make selling your home as stress-free and seamless as possible. And they'll help you find your next home, whether you're upsizing, downsizing, moving across the street, or across the country. Next time you're at Bengal Stadium, look to the scoreboard for contact information from this network's presenting sponsor and a premier Bengal Booster Club sponsor. Visit theabshurrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, honey, where should we eat tonight?
Let's see. Oh, how about the Aviator Smokehouse? I want to try their buffalo fried chicken wrap.
Oh, yeah, we should start with the beer-battered onion rings. Ooh, and how about some smokehouse ribs? Then maybe I'll go with the...
Whoa there, Tiger. We can go again later. You don't have to try it all tonight.
I know. Maybe I'll just add the smokehouse salad on the side, too?
Whatever you say, dear.
Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. Welcome into Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. It's time to break down the first half with stats and analysis. We'll take a look around the triangle with scores from tonight's matchups. And we'll preview this weekend's action on the college and professional gridirons. But first, let's step off the gridiron and meet the Bengals, a new student athlete each week. Here's your host for Bengals at the Half, Evan Rogers.
Welcome back to Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance. I'm Evan Rogers with this week's player profile, Hayden Thompson. Introduce yourself a little.
I'm Hayden Thompson, captain and goalkeeper for the varsity soccer team. I also play tennis in the spring, and I'm in NHS and Math Honor Society.
That's really cool. And what are one of the biggest privileges, I guess, of being a student athlete here at Fuquay? What pride do you have in being an athlete for the Bengals?
It's a lot of pride. Get to walk around school with our sweatshirts and T-shirts on and dress nice for game day. And it's just nice to represent wherever we are.
And said you were captain of the soccer team. How's the soccer season going this year for the men's soccer team?
We're doing pretty decent, a lot better than last year, which is exciting. We got a new coach, and he's doing really well, and we really blended together and melded as a team this year.
And with you being a senior and a captain, I know you've probably built up a lot of memories over the year playing for the Bengals. What's your favorite memory you can recall being playing soccer for the Bengals?
Probably the best memory was last year, my junior year, we beat Middle Creek twice, just by one goal, so it was awesome.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling when you get to beat the rival. Thank you for your time, and good luck on the rest of your season.
All right, thanks again to Evan Rogers for that talk with Hayden Thompson. We're really glad to be able to bring you some of the non-football students here. Confirmed, yeah? Marquise Williams.
Confirmed.
Huh? Yeah, pretty cool. We got to shake his hand.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a small world.
Yeah, indeed it is. Marquise Williams, quarterback for UNC Chapel Hill a few years ago.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I didn't get to directly interview him while I was at WCHL, but I definitely remember when he came through, and And then everybody mispronouncing his name, of course.
Marquise,
yeah, right. Anyway, right now, 28-21, Fuquay-Varina trailing, but a lot of offense here tonight on both sides of the ball. And things moving right along for the Bengals as we are in Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. Dickens Insurance Agency has been serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. Whether you need coverage for your home, your car, your business, or life insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency has the answer to your question. Give them a call at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics. I want to pose a question to you. I want to get to all your many segments that you have during Bengals at the half. But I've got a question I want to pose to you here coming up in just a little bit. Our crew is transitioning the camera back upstairs as well. So we'll have that question. And what are we going to do next? We're looking at scores from around the triangle?
Yeah, scores from around the triangle.
All right, we'll do that. Coming up next, and the college preview coming up here in just a little bit, too. As Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, rolls on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested, and they're able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements, and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Window Effects has become the leading car and truck window tinting expert in the area. But that's not all. Window Effects has taken the same process developed for your vehicles and applied it to the doors and windows of your home or business. This process guarantees there are no imperfections in the tinting, and the film has a lifetime factory warranty. Protect your home and the valuables in it. Think of Window Effects in Andrew. Search for Window Effects on Facebook. This year's Plays of the Game sponsor on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. We'll now head to, we'll toss it back over to Evan Rogers for scores from around the triangle, and we'll head into the college preview here too. But what you got going on as far as we're 1 week away from conference play?
In the conference, we got Holly Springs playing at Cary, currently in a delay for
crazy
technical difficulties, I guess.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't know if it's the curse of R3 or what, but
Holly Springs is leading 14-0 currently over Cary.
Not surprised there.
Yeah,
and that's High School OT's game of the week too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
And last time I checked, Middle Creek is playing a common opponent in Panther Creek tonight at home.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Middle Creek was up 7-0 last time I checked. See if we can get an update on that. Yeah, still 7-0. No update on that.
Okay.
Be interesting to see how that game goes because, I mean, I'm telling you, if the Fuquay team we saw this first half plays Panther Creek, it's not 28-6. For sure.
No, in no way. I mean,
we had
again no
4
offense.
turnovers, I think, in that game.
Yeah, 5. He had 4 interceptions and a fumble.
That's right.
Yeah, that first fumble, that was the first play from
of his
scrimmage of his career.
And I think the second play might have been the pick, or the third was one of those.
Yeah, very quickly. Man, I think what we'll have to try to do too, if I mean we're just getting into, this is the last game of the non-conference schedule. We'll be getting to the conference schedule next week. If things continue to move in a positive direction, I want to look at stats, non-conference stats and conference stats.
I mean, last week, so I can already tell you, I think we just scraped over 100 yards.
Oh, yeah.
And we're already at, 163?
Right. Yeah, so make sure you follow along with live stats along with us on r3sports.org/Bengals. And we'll give it over to the Golden Pipes here for a minute, and then we'll head into our college preview for the weekend.
Have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support in athletics to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FEHSBoosterClub.com.
Thank you very much. All right, let's talk a little
some college football.
College football. Go ahead, take it away.
So locally, you already mentioned the big game in Chapel Hill tomorrow at 3:30.
Man.
Carolina app.
I'm going to be exhausted, but I'll go. Nothing will keep me from that game.
And NC State plays Ball State.
Man, I haven't heard of Ball State in a long time.
Yeah, NC State really challenged themselves this year with the non-conference.
Yeah,
Ball
right.
State, Western Carolina.
Sure, yeah, all of that. Man.
And Duke's on the bye this week.
Okay.
And I did not look at the Wake Forest game because the game of the week, I don't know if you heard the big matchup down in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Notre Dame's coming to town.
My goodness, the prices
for
those tickets.
Over $600.
Insane. But going back to the App State UNC game, I think we already mentioned it.
We're right there with them.
Third most sought after tickets.
Crazy.
Very thankful to a friend of a friend who I was able to get what's it called?
Tickets.
Tickets, yes. But what's it called? Face value for the tickets.
Oh, really?
Did mark them up for me, and they're season ticket holders.
Nice.
So, yeah, really
I got
thankful
mine
for that.
2 months out, so I got them before the inflation kicked in. Still expensive, but definitely worth it.
Well, and it was kind of a crapshoot too. So, do you go and buy them before the season starts? Do you take the risk that UNC was going to be as bad as they were projecting and say, well, they lose a couple games, the ticket prices will go down, or even Appalachian State, maybe they lose a couple, one unsuspecting one, fall to Charlotte, something like that, and the tickets prices go down. It was just you didn't really know what to do.
Never
but
did.
Hey, we'll be going. We'll be there.
Ooh, it's gonna be good.
Looking forward to it. Anything else going on the college side?
Nothing really big. I'm too focused on the big
I
Chapel
know,
Hill
man.
game.
That's it.
When's the last time they played?
1940s, I think. I was listening. There was some talk about it on, I guess, Lauren Brownlow and Joe. What's his name? Why am I thinking? Joe Ovius. Talked about all of the talk that's going on, like the post UNC Wake Forest talk and chatter, but then everything that people are saying about, why haven't these two teams played? And, of course, everybody's talking about the connection with Mac Brown and Boone and Appalachian State, and he's still got a house up there, and he talked in his press conference about how much he loves just the area itself, and he loves the university still, which is he has I know Mac Brown. He's the Texas, Texas is his big claim to fame.
There.
Yeah. But I didn't know him the way that he has been talking as he's been at UNC. Maybe it's a different, older Mac Brown, but the way he speaks about his opponents, the way he speaks so eloquently has just been really impressive. I'm interested to see how long he sticks around there.
Well, yeah.
Because he's getting up in age, but, I mean, you can CEO a ball club for a while, I guess.
For sure.
He's been doing great things. Oh, my. Some photo bombers or something going on in here. All right, we're going to take a timeout, come back with more of Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, number 7. Yep, on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group dedicate their time and lives to helping you make one of the biggest decisions of your life, buying and selling your home. The real estate market in the Triangle is one of the best housing markets in the country, and you will want the most professional, experienced, trained, and knowledgeable agents on your side helping you. Lucky for you, they're based on Broad Street, just a minute from the high school. Mention this ad and receive a free home warranty with your next home purchase. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
The Aviator Smokehouse was established in Fuquay-Varina in 2011 and features some of the finest food Broad Street has to offer. You've got to try their famous Aviator wings with dry rub, or maybe the sweet and tangy Hickory Aviator sauce. If you're really brave, you can attempt the Imperial Moco Loco sauce, but you'd better have a cool beverage standing by. That's just a small sample of what's available at the Aviator Smokehouse. There's something there for everyone, so stop by today. The Smokehouse is at the corner of Broad and Stewart, or online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. Bengals.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty or any of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
Welcome back to Bengals at the half. 3 extra minutes up on the halftime clock, and so we've got a little bit more time to talk with you here, and we're going to take a look at stats. Of course, you can follow along with live stats online with us, r3sports.org/Bengals. Navigate over to the schedule and results page, and then click on the live button next to today's game, where you can follow along with stats live as we go. Boy, I would hate to bring our crew back down after heading up to reset the camera, and we had it working there for a little bit, but having some trouble with the feed again. So we'll get that back up and running for you one way or another here in just a moment. But right now, again, talking about last week and the total offense of Fuquay-Varina, not even eclipsing 100 yards, no score, obviously. Running clock there in the second half. Tonight, 100 and maybe he hasn't updated it yet. 179? Is that right? Oh, were you going off memory? Gotcha. Right, exactly. I'm impressed with your memory anyway. It's you recall some numbers pretty well. Just market improvements here, and again, it goes to the change of Fuquay-Varina's offense. And looking at that wing tee again. Hold up before you go up there. It looks a lot better. And, again, second half, how is Clayton going to be able to adjust? And are they going to be able to mark that counter and really get back into it? So we'll see how that goes. One final timeout on Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, and we'll come back with the second half. 28-21, Clayton with the lead right now on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Winging It Tap House and Grill didn't just remodel their name. They remodeled their restaurant to give you the best eating and entertainment experience possible. Whether you like a place to meet and eat with friends, listen to a local band, or challenge your buddy to a round of bingo, Winging It Tap House and Grill is the place to be in Fuquay-Varina. Winging It Tap House and Grill is located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. New name, same great place.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
28-21, the score here at halftime. We are ready to kick off the second half of play with 12 minutes up on the third quarter clock. Another review of the stats from the first half, and now we are ready to kick off half number 2. And again, Bengals received the ball to start the contest. A little bit of personnel confusion. And got that all set up. Nate is back up on the roof. He got a much better vantage point. Margot, new videographer for us here in the second half. Margot, last name? Burkhart. And her friend Hannah. And her friend Hannah. Well, thank you for being here and helping us out. we'll call that a squib kick. That goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They're going to say at the 36. So the penalty is you take it at the 35-yard line, or better if the ball goes out of bounds, better than that for the team that would be receiving it. So they can ask them to re-kick it, but I imagine they are not going to do so. Thanks, Evan.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. Expect the best. Call Creative Wiring Solutions to start your install today. 919-557-6900 or visit creativewiring.com.
And if you missed it, you can follow along with live stats. r3sports.org/Bengals. Go to the schedule and results, and then find the live button next to today's game. We'll tell you about Dickens Insurance Agency right now as Clayton gets the first down.
Are you getting the most out of your insurance policy? Whether it's life, homeowners, or business insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency will sit down with you and walk you through every step of the process. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie and Monty Bullock at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Shotgun snap on the first down after the first down, and Caden Linkus makes some contact in the backfield, but then the running back, I believe it was Jalen Chadwick who got the call that time, bounced off of any would-be tacklers, carries it ahead for a good 5 yards up to the 40-yard line. I can actually tell you that the game is back underway over at Holly Springs. So our crew here and the Holly Springs crew working off of the same system, and so we can actually see that there's some down and distance moving in that system. So that means that game is back underway, and all of our games on the R3 Sports Network available at youtube.com/R3Productions, #3. Tyler Burgess busy tonight as he gets another tackle for a loss. They're going to say no gain, so no tackle for a loss credited that time as the ball remains at the 40-yard line. Big third down coming up here if the Bengals can get this stop and try to, they've been matching blows tonight and need to try to get one back here.
Feels like 4-down territory for Clayton, too.
It seems like it's been that all night, no matter where they've been. Though they've had short fields all night tonight, too. Big gain, shoestring tackle yet again, but not in time to stop the first down. That was either Blankenship or Rosenblum, or
they all have the same build, same looking number.
Regardless, a very nice tackle, but just not in time to stop that first down gain. One receiver either side, I formation here. Handoff will go to Hinton. Hinton will get a good long gain again, get into the secondary, and get another first down as he brings it down inside the red zone. Bengals need to find a way to adjust, and we were talking about the adjustments that Clayton needed to make in the second half due to seeing the counter for the first time all season as far as on-game film at a game. But now Fuquay-Varina's defense needs to make adjustments, and that ball down on the ground, so it will go for no gain with the botched snap. Quarterback Anderson comes back up with it, and it will be second down and 10. Snap cleanly this time. The handoff to Chadwick again, and Chadwick again stays on his feet. It's as if the tackles are being made, or the contact is being made, but the tackle's just not able to cleanly bring those in. And that sets up another first down, and a first down and goal at the 5-yard line. Looks like maybe just outside of that. 4 chances here for Clayton to try to get this one on first and goal, but they have made light work of short field situations with this running game that they've been putting on tonight. Chadwick untouched into the end zone, put 6 more on the board. He's had a busy night, as have many of the running backs for Clayton. Can't let the winds come flying out of your sails after that drive quite yet. Got to take this one series at a time. Got to look for that big defensive play, big turnover. But most importantly, you need to get something going again on the offense, as the Bengals have done so well here tonight. Kick is up, and again, good. 35-21, 8:30 to play here in the third quarter. Fuquay-Varina High School football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, brought to you by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group. Thankful for Krista and all of our sponsors here on the Bengal R3 Sports Network. And thankful for all of you tuning in tonight. We had quite an exciting one in the first half. I don't think we are far removed from that yet at all tonight. So make sure to stick with us here tonight. I think the Bengal offense has seen something new. And by see something new, it's the new old. Way back to the wing tee a bit tonight, quite a bit, and it's been working quite a bit too. Had the International Space Station fly over tonight. We've had an exciting night.
Don't forget the first quarter from Heck.
Yeah, had our own little bit of fun here on our broadcast. Kickoff will be a high, fair catch called for at the 28-yard line, where the Bengal offense will take over, first down and 10. I don't know that everyone, especially the casual fan of football, would understand or does understand. I didn't really understand until coming in and being a part of the Fuquay program the way that R3 Sports has, but I don't think people really understand what is necessary of a quarterback in the wing tee and the triple option look. I think that was part of the question, as Chaparral will get the handoff and earns every bit of the yardage that he gets there. A 3-yard carry up to the 31-yard line, but you don't necessarily think, especially with the handoffs that take place, the interactions with the other offensive players, exactly what a quarterback needs to do in a wing tee. But I think that was one of the questions in the offseason. Do we have a quarterback that can run the wing tee? And this isn't the full wing tee that we've seen Fuquay yet. We've seen a couple counters. This will be a toss, big toss, sweep to Lyons. And Lyons is going to have to earn the yardage, and does so as he carries ahead up to the 35-yard line, where it will be third down and manageable here. About 3 to go, as it will be third down and 3.
I remember with the Bryson Braswell days. I mean, they had 20 different plays you could run.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you needed at that point in time.
Yeah, and I mean, and I don't know if we'll ever see it this year, but the option to the outside.
Oh man,
that thing!
It was so neat. Nothing going there for Chaparral, as he gets the call again, and this is a fourth down that is tricky. Again, talking about the third down efficiency of the Bengals. Again, tonight so far, after that first 3 and out, has been going well. Well, I don't think, actually, the numbers are probably still pretty bad, because Fuquay hasn't seen many third downs.
Right,
in all the
it's been
short,
big plays.
The short, quick offensive series that they've had. But 18% coming into this contest, and that speaks a lot to how the offense has been going, and why Matt Lyons' leg is probably so tired this season. Clean snap, good kick away, and another booming punt by Lyons, chasing it down and able to return it, but not too far. Good coverage there by the Bengals, as Clayton's number 14 do not have a name for that returner. And it will be first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. So big defensive series here for the Bengals, as they have been all night, but with a 14-point lead right now for Clayton, something something's got to give.
Turnover.
It's time. I mean,
all season.
It is absolutely time. Connor Rosenblum subbing into the contest. Ellis Blankenship looking around as the ball was snapped, as if to maybe not know what play was going on or where the personnel was going. So big first down run on the opposite side of the field from Blankenship. And now he comes to the sideline asking, again, a little bit of confusion on the defensive side here. Still talking in the linebacker positioning as some confusion is going there. Back to the line, another first down at the Comets' 49-yard line. Under center, handoff to Hinton. Hinton gets it and gets it across midfield as he carries up to the 48 of the Bengals. Second down, 6 to go now after the 4-yard gain. 5:36 and counting, third quarter. Bengals have to get a stop here. It's starting to become time to do so, to chip away at this 2-score lead now. Oh, there he is again. Haven't seen him in a while. Hopper carrying forward and just rolls that weight up to the first down, close to the first down line. And they're going to say it's enough for a first down. Clock continues to roll here in the third quarter. Look at that clean view from the roof. It's nice. Don't have to go through double panes here inside the very nice press box, I will say. Though covered in dust now because they drilled holes in the new building. Big tackle for a loss there with pressure in the backfield again. Boy, I would guess that it was
Burgess.
Tyler Burgess. Yeah. You don't even have to really look at numbers and guess what they are out on the field because of the way that one looked. But a big loss of 3 yards there.
He really just reminds you of, like, you know, a shorter, smaller Promise Harris.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, that's what I seen him.
Yeah. Burgess, a senior. We were saying this kind of thing about Promise Harris when he was a sophomore.
Yeah,
that kid
was.
This is a sophomore Promise Harris look.
Pretty much. That kid was huge.
He was. Miss him for sure. Ooh, that looked like some motion on the Comet side, but they're not going to call it as the wide receiver was actually in motion when the ball was snapped. But Daniel Alford gets the carry for a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 is something that the Comets have been able to get out of time and time again all night tonight. But we need to see the Bengals get a stop here as that clock continues to roll here in the third quarter. 3:45 and counting. Trips receivers left, one split out to the right. A different look from what we've seen here tonight, and they're going to air it out. Anderson goes to the air, long pass down the right side. Defender beat again, and just does a great job to get in the face of the would-be receiver. He got beat, but made up for it and did what he needed to do. However, 4th down in Bengal territory. Wow.
Oh, I was for sure thought they were going to go for it.
Absolutely. They have been all night. Oh,
I thought they
please
would
tell
just
me
run it up
that Hopper is the punter.
No, there's no way. Look, look, you got both the Hopper boys out there.
That's family.
Gosh, they're
Those some big boys. Big boys.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that bill is. And kick off the side of the foot and spinning backward. Get away from it. Man.
And that's why they haven't punted much tonight.
Well, true, yeah. And I don't know if that was him maybe overcompensating, trying to kick it short, thinking that he's, trying to play on a Sunday or something. But but the Bengals should take that, no problem. And
Big stop.
yeah, a huge defensive stand there. Exactly what the Bengals need. Now the offense. Okay, you've had your first drive of the half.
Get the first drive out of the way.
Bad again, and now go back to work, and let's see what they can do with it here. No wing tee. This is a tight trips formation to the right-hand side. Lions will get the carry. Breaks it again. He's to midfield. Now it's a foot race, and he's got all the speed. Matthew Lyons, touchdown, Bengals. Boy, that didn't take long. Wow. And where's the speed? I know he hasn't had open field to work with this season, but he left everybody in the dust. Wow, that's how you answer. I'm not kidding, though. First series of the half. Just horrendous.
Yeah.
And anything after that has been marked improvement. 35-27, big defensive stand, and there is the block. We talked about it tonight that
that's big. Dang.
PATs, every point is crucial in a game where you are going blow for blow. And
reminds
you could
me
see
of
that coming. It was just a kind of a slow delivery, and all night they've been in the backfield.
It's like the Terry Sanford game last year
Oh,
that we won
my
by
gosh.
6.
Yes.
Both teams
That's
scored 7 touchdowns, but
Right.
Terry Sanford had that offensive lineman at kicker.
Oh, that's right. That's right. C.J. Hopper at kicker.
Had that little, I don't even know what we're going to call that one PAT. He literally just kicked right off the ground.
Oh, that's right. It was the one he kicked right into the rear end of his fellow player, wasn't it? Oh man, how about it? All right, let's see. We need to hear from the pipes again, don't we? I think it's time. They've missed you. Your adoring fans have missed you.
Oh, yeah. When buying a home, you want someone to help you who has ethics and integrity and who will go the extra mile to make sure you get everything you desire in your new home. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group will help you find your perfect home. Don't hesitate to call her today. Our presenting sponsor and a premier Bingo Brewster Club sponsor, the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Thank you very much. And I think this is fairly new that the banners are now up for the sponsors.
Yeah, I saw them put that up this week.
Yeah, absolutely. So what a kick all the way back to the 3-yard line. Now Bengals have to cover the deep kick. The return is up, and it is good coverage. Well tracked there by Medlin, I believe. No, excuse me, Carlin and one other Bengal. Great kick.
New kicker. So we had Matt Jones doing most of the kickoffs, and I don't know whose name, 21 came in just to do that one.
All righty, let's see. Hunter Casman. I like the name. Casman.
I don't think that was, that's
you don't think that's him?
No, it's a different player.
Okay, gotcha. This is a roster I get from the beginning of the year, so it very well. I know we've seen personnel changes. So
I know Hunter, though.
Okay. And off. Big run again here. Another foot race. Slowing them down was the defense. And just like that, Clayton is able to make light work of a long field. And look who it is, but Caden Linkus as one of the tacklers to track down the running back. And that is Jalen Chadwick with another big run. He's going to have some big numbers tonight. Just thinking about it after that touchdown, we've had a tough time over the last few weeks deciding on our players of the game. I think there have been some standout players, but we've had a tough time because of the way the games have gone. I think we're going to have a tough time tonight because so many players have had such big standout performances. Matt Lyons, Connor Chaparral, and others. I mean, there's plenty out. The defense, of course, Tyler Burgess, Caden Linkus getting the name call a lot tonight.
That big hit in the first half.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
Huge. Hate that Gabe Davidson isn't out there tonight, and certainly hope that he's okay. Ooh, wow, look at this. Holding will back the Comets up to the 49-yard line. That's a huge penalty. As it's really the 48.5-yard line. huge penalty here that the Bengals need to capitalize on, as the Comets have been able to run off big yardage and need to slow him down here. Big tackle there as Daniel Alford just ran into the back of somebody and didn't have anywhere else to go. Coming up, clapping his hands, is Darius Riley. He's been working tonight. He was on the kickoff coverage as well. And no gain. Connor Rosenblum credited on that tackle as well. 3rd down and 19. Second down? Second down, sorry. Play action pass, this time complete. And laying out the defender as he lowers his shoulder. Nice catch this time, picturesque, of Jacob Knight's missed opportunity for 6 earlier in the game. This time you could see the English that Anderson put on it this time to really make sure he connected with Knight, and Knight laid the hit on the defender. That was Fuquay-Varina's, did you catch the tackler? Birch, thank you. Less than 90 to play here in the third quarter. 35-27, a missed PAT kept the Bengals from being down a full possession. The carry will go, and then not anymore. Alford gets 4 yards credited. Coming out of the bottom of the pile is Rosenblum, as well as some other Bengals there as they gang tackled the running back Alford. Like multiple people paid for that one. 2nd down and 7 to go. 6 up on the board, we'll go for that. Potentially the last play of the third quarter here if Clayton wants to take it that way. Trying for the shoestring tackle again. Missed, though, by the first tackler there. Coming in to help out was Markel Burton. Yeah, 62. That's a new one. And I'll tell you what, I don't see Jeremiah Waldred out on the field. Hadn't looked for him earlier, but with one unsportsmanlike penalty, you get another one, and then you get into talk of not being able to play future games and that sort of thing. So I'm sure they're being very protective of that, and it's a penalty towards the player too. If you mess up, you're not going to play any more of the game. So that might be why we're seeing some of that change in personnel. That's the end of 3. We'll be back with quarter number 4. Bengals down 8 right now, 35-27 on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuffed.
I told you not to eat so much.
I couldn't help it. That sweet and tangy hickory aviator sauce dripping off those wings.
Yeah, well, you sure took a big bite out of my pulled pork sandwich, too.
Oh, and the fries with ranch.
Blue cheese.
Whew, you're gonna have to roll me out of here.
You know, I could have a couple onion rings.
I could eat.
Honey, you can always eat.
Aviator Smokehouse. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Fourth quarter action ready to get underway. Bengals down 8 right now, 35-27. And the Clayton offense saw double sticks but quickly erased that a few plays ago. And talk about quickly erasing something, that would be positive yardage. Stepping in to make the tackle, at least first contact there, is Fuquay-Varina's Joe Carlin. A couple others there to help him out as well. Exactly what the Bengals needed. Now that brings up 4th down, and talk about no man's land right here. Sitting on your own 22-yard line. Yardage has not been a problem for Clayton tonight here, but
I expect it to go to number 36.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Either that or he's lead
joke.
blocking it.
Boy, stack the box here if you're Fuquay-Varina. I mean, I know you're taking a chance, but they've done it time and time again tonight. No, he's the lead blocker. Fuquay there. Initially stopped, but no. Second effort gets him across the first down marker, and that will move the chains. Man, thought they had him in the backfield. A valiant effort. Oh, now hold on.
Measurement.
And they're going to measure this one. It's a little closer than maybe originally thought. I think he had it, though. I'm sorry to say. How many officials does it take to mark a first down? I like it. The guy one guy held it on the line. The other guy put his foot on the chain so they could pull it taut enough. One guy holds the front marker. Referee looks in on it, and I think there was another one there too. We used the whole crew. Why not? They got nothing else to do, right? First down and 10, resetting the chains again. Anderson under center, I formation. This will be a weird handoff, but one as he slings it out to the side does Chadwick. Chadwick able to get another first down, though. And they'll have first down and goal with 10:49 as the clock will stop momentarily for the reset of the chains. And the ball will be placed at the 5-yard line. Pittman credited for the tackle. Boy, this would be a great time for that big turnover to come up here.
Yeah.
Nice little fumble. I'll deal with 95 yards. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But Bengals need to keep 7 off the board.
Going down 2 scores here would.
And Daniel Alford able to punch that one in. I have had a really, I'm going to say, easy go of the running game here tonight. I haven't even needed to really put it in the air.
This is the first game I think I've seen our defense get out physical between
true.
the trenches.
Yeah, right. Because it hasn't been the just big breakout runaway.
Yeah, it hasn't been big
runs.
plays.
Kick is up a little bit shorter this time, but good. So staying +1 in that category with the blocked kick. Fuquay-Varina's offense, I hate to say it, but kind of needs to have a longer sustained offensive drive right now. Obviously, you kind of want to use the clock to your benefit right now, but you look at the defense.
They're gassed.
They are. They're just beat right now. After the touchdown, they were huffing and puffing, and now just taking some time to get off the field with a one-play, 60-plus yard drive. It just doesn't give your defense, who's already been, as you mentioned, just kind of beat right now, doesn't give them much time to recover. Kickoff pending here for the Clayton Comets. Another one of the players we do not have a name for. 10:27 to play, fourth quarter. 15-point lead right now. And 3 timeouts left on either side. This will be a high kick. He's got all kinds of tools in his toolbox as far as kicks go, and nearly lost that kickoff. I believe the Bengals are going to keep it, but that could have just been about been the dagger for Fuquay-Varina if you lose that kickoff there. Indeed, they do not. Bengals will have possession and will have 79 yards to work with. Shea Pittman did fall on the ball. Held on to that possession. What's the turnover numbers look like tonight for Fuquay?
Turnover?
Yeah. No turnover? Right?
Yeah, I want to say none.
0. Okay, good.
Clean night.
Bengals looking at a shotgun here. Again, that tight trips set formation on the left-hand side. This will be a handoff, though, that goes up the middle. Lions will carry it ahead for 2. Never goes down. That'll bring up, might be closer to 3. Let's give him 3, 2nd down and 7. That wing tee again. There's a fumble, but lucky bounce. He stepped right back onto it, or fell onto it, excuse me. Connor Chaparral. Actually goes for a little bit of a gain. So we'll take the benefit where we can, and brings up 3rd down and 5 to go. Braswell back under center, gets the snap. That looked like a broken play there. Not sure if they were. It almost looked like they were going to try to go for the
counter. It looked like it.
It looked like, well, yeah, at first, but I was wondering if that option read was coming there, something that we have not seen, and not sure that Braswell has the speed really for that, especially with a less stout offensive line than we've seen in the past. But broken play nonetheless, it looks like, and Fuquay-Varina is going to have to punt this one away with 4th down and 10 on the 5-yard loss. It's a different look as far as the punt unit is concerned too, but boy, Lions with the pressure is able to get that one away, bouncing back and forth, but not really able to get any yardage back, a couple yards there on the return. Jacob Medlin in, as well as another, as Clayton's, Michael McGill gets the return inside Bengal territory up to the 48-yard line. Back on offense are the Clayton Comets with 8:07 to play, 4th quarter, and a 15-point lead right now. Tight formation man in motion. High snap goes right back into the hands. Big loss forthcoming here potentially. Bengals capitalize on that errant snap. Now can you continue to build that momentum, as there were a whole host of Bengals back there. Darius Briley, one of those back in the backfield. Also Taylor Guy.
Guy Taylor. It's backwards.
Is it really?
His first name is Guy, yeah.
Well, thank you. I wonder how that got. No, I didn't pull it from Max Preps. I pulled it. That was actually sent to me. So,
really?
Guy Taylor. Thank you. I'll have to try to remember to make that.
Yeah, it's hard to remember that.
I know that guy.
Hey, there he is. Luke is alive. Oh. Missed you, buddy. Long pass down the right sideline. Missed, or not really beaten that time, but great defensive job there. Good positioning. And good work by Shea Pittman to just put the arms up and not give the defender or the receiver an opportunity to catch that one. Slowed him down a little bit too.
I basically just know all the guys that play basketball. That's the connection. Shea, Darius, Guy, Jax.
3rd down, 22 coming. Line to gain is the 38 of Bengal territory. And now clock stopped. We're having some substitutions going on here. Lots of substitutions. Bengals got to get the right personnel in here. And, wow, that's a different look as Nigel Pierce is actually going to go up on the line. Not a lineman. In fact, a receiver for Fuquay-Varina. Pressure in the backfield for the first time tonight with nowhere to throw. Throws across the middle there. Flag in the backfield. Got to be holding, I would think, and it is. I don't know. I'd say you decline this penalty, though.
Yeah.
Because it's 4th down and what would be 11.
Jeremiah's back out there, too.
I mean, you could take the gamble, I guess, of 10 extra yards on top of 27, I guess. So it'd be 3rd down and 37. Sure, maybe take the yardage and try to get a short field here. And they will. Man. So the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. Do you have enough numbers on the clock to put that up there? You got 3rd and 37.
I just barely have enough downs.
Yeah, right.
Wait, no, I don't.
You don't have that one, do you? Got to hand type 3rd and 37 on our program. Got to play smart here, Bengals. Don't give up a big play. Got to get out of this one here. Man in motion from the right slot. And setting up. Goes to the far sideline. Runs out of bounds at about the 40. Makes up a few of them. Makes up a good few. 15 maybe yard gain there. And they'll actually mark him just short of the 40. As the carry is taken by Michael McGill. And that'll bring up 4th down and bring on the punt unit, believe it or not, for the Clayton Comets tonight. 2nd punt, maybe 3rd of the night?
Let's say 2nd.
2nd, I think, yeah.
First one was a duck.
Yes, that's right. I quickly forgot about that one. This will be a low line drive. And it will be met by Jacob Medlin, immediately regretting picking that one up, but does a great job of holding on to it.
Yeah.
Pops right back up. Nothing hurt there. Medlin was the one who
took it off the bounce at Panther Creek.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He has no fear, and I love it. Hey, it's great. I don't think that one was even off the hop. I think he caught that one cleanly, but with pressure and returned it. So he's
unfazed.
Stands in there. I love it. And that's, if you're going to be rattled by something like that, that's when you need to get away from the ball. Medlin, clear head, I got it every time, and I haven't seen any change in that. Here's that tight trip set to the left-hand side pass. The man is beat and runs out of bounds on the completed pass up to the 46-yard line of Comet territory. Nice pass and catch. First completion of the night, and it's to Ethan Burke. Big first down, gets the crowd hopefully back in this one a little bit. Bengals taking their time in the huddle this time. 15-point deficit right now, 42-27 with 6:19 to play. Fourth quarter, both teams with all their timeouts. Toss sweep to Matt Lyons. Lyons is going to use the wide side of the field to try to make some of this yardage back up, but can't do so as the carry is for a loss. Back to the 49-yard line. They're actually going to give him, it looks like, the 48 as he fought for that 48-yard line. 2-yard loss. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Another one of those where you got to just wipe that one off. Focus on the double stick situation here. This time they'll switch sides of the field as far as where that tight set is. It's on the right-hand side this time. Lyons will be a blocker. Beeline pass over the middle. Burke breaks what would be a tackler, punches it in for another touchdown. Quick strike Bengals here tonight as Jacob Braswell passes to his favorite receiver, Ethan Burke, for the 48-yard touchdown. A little bit of something of everything tonight for the Bengals. Not as much pressure in the backfield this time. Kick is up and good. Now down 8. 42-33 with 5:32 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
For most of us, our home is our biggest investment. When it's time to sell, get the value you deserve with the help of a professional realtor. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group are standing by to help you get the highest value for your home. Don't hesitate. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com and tell them you want Team Absher on your side. Roll Bengals.
I mean, you could have the middle green lawn screens at the top, and they're right outside.
Thank you very much, Luke. Fun note, our producer over at Holly Springs, his name is Luke.
Imagine that.
I said, well, I'll always remember our producer's names.
Would you look at that?
Oh, man. Quick, too. He's quick, you know? Do any improv? Have you
Actually, yeah.
delved in improv? Yeah.
Class.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Onside kick or no? Think you got enough time. Kick it away.
I don't think you give. I loved the deep one last time.
Oh, yeah. I think we still got. You think?
I mean, I don't think you give Clayton a short field right now. Well, yeah. Then they just eat more clock off of it, I guess. That's true. And it will be a high kick, fair caught at the 35-yard line.
I don't like that.
Back on offense, I formation coming for the Clayton Comets. First down and 10 after the Bengals with another quick strike, this time through the air. And man, again, the tackles have been good. They've been clean tonight. But the Comets have been able to continue their momentum after that initial contact. That brings up a 4-yard gain that should have gone for probably no gain, if not a gain of 1 maybe. And that brings up second down and 6. Line to gain is the 45. Another I formation coming with a receiver split out to either side. And Clayton really using the clock to their benefit right now. Snap from center. Chadwick finds the hole. Now it's a foot race, and he is able to run out the defense, punch it in. And as somebody mentioned, the benefit of that is you get the ball back. However, it's back up to a 14-point lead with the PAT pending.
Fatigue is definitely starting to kick in for the Bengals.
And this is also something that we are not used to seeing Fuquay-Varina. I remember talking about last year, season
used to
before.
be our strong suit.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. And a lot of factors have played into that this year. I know just not being able to get out on the field as much, that's had a lot to do with this here tonight. Pressure in the backfield on the kick. But the kick is up and good regardless, and that stretches it out back to a 15-point lead with 4:29 to play, fourth quarter. Fuquay-Varina with 3 timeouts, as do the Clayton Comets have.
Also, what did they use? 4 running backs now tonight?
At least. Let's see. Chadwick, Alford, Hinton, and then the fullbacks of Knight and Hopper. They've had, let's see, Michael McGill has gotten some carries as well.
So they got fresh legs throughout
absolutely
the entire backfield.
Yep. And I would say, Fuquay's offense, again, has kind of been hurting their defense, unfortunately. That
the quick scores,
quick strikes just don't give your defense any time for a breather. get the video feed back up for you here in just a moment. Luke Evans. Yeah. Luke Anderson heading up the ladder here at Willow Spring High School, currently called Fuquay-Varina High School. Very curious what the mascot's going to be determined to be here at Willow Spring. Again, I'm pulling for the Wildebeest. Is that Burke again? Burke breaks it into Comet territory with a nice return. All right, Bengals with the ball. Similar territory here at the 49-yard line. They scored from the 48 in the last drive. 4:22 to play, fourth quarter. Really got to give credit to both sides of the ball for Fuquay-Varina. You start to see the opposition pull away a little bit, and that's when you can really see a contest kind of fall apart, especially for a team that's in the position that they are, as Jackson Barker gets the carry, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, gets the first down as he carries close to the 35-yard line. But when you see that happen, you can fall apart. I mean, the Bengals took a 7-point deficit into halftime. Had to kick the ball away to start the second half. Saw that 14-point lead come up, deficit come up. 15-point deficit with a missed PAT, or blocked PAT, excuse me. But the Bengals have stuck with it here. I mean, to be in the position they're in right now, down 15, and just continuing to go blow for blow. Counter going the opposite direction this time will be met initially, but a la Clayton, kind of rolling forward for positive yardage after being initially stopped. 2nd down and 8 coming.
I'd like to apologize for the slew of technical difficulties over the last 5 minutes.
Hey, no, you've been there to save them, so thank you for that. Toss sweep to Lions. Lions will carry ahead for really no gain, as it will be 3rd down and 8 now coming. Big 3rd down here for the Bengals. Make sure to follow along with live stats. I'm going to venture over there myself right now. r3sports.org/Bengals. And go to the schedule and results, and you can follow along with live stats. Those live stats presented to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. Big 3rd down here coming. Trips receivers to the right. One off the right hip is Lions, off the right hip of Braswell, who has a high snap that he has to pull down. That's a little dump down pass that Lions receives, goes for nothing, and just really hurts, and Fuquay-Varina is going to call a timeout to stop the clock and consider what to do here on 4th down and double sticks, because you got to go for it in this situation. Wanted to pull up 3rd down efficiency tonight, 1 for 7, 14%. That will be, I think that was before that play, so that'll be 1 for 8 now. That's just really, and again, talking about the times that the Bengals are scoring, they haven't had as many 3rd downs tonight, because if you look at it, 5 for 10 on 1st down, 4 for 11 on 2nd down. So just not even getting that many opportunities. This will be their 2nd time going for it on 4th down tonight. They converted previously. I've seen the Bengals pull out a counter in this situation. I don't know that that's quite the play to go for here.
Nah. I'll see either a deep shot probably to Burke.
Yep.
Or maybe something across the middle, but
another one of those where it's kind of like a punt. I hate to look at it that way. You want to look at it as a completion, but if something goes wrong, then and there's an interception downfield, you certainly don't want that. Twins receivers to the left, one out to the right, and Braswell's going to have to roll out as he gets forced that way, and the pass just goes over the head of the would-be receiver, and that will be an incompletion and a turnover on downs. So the Bengals holding on Fuquay-Varina. Of course, that will be declined, and the Bengals will turn over on downs, and that will likely solidify this contest, barring any real major development here in this contest. Thought this was the one for the Bengals there for a little bit. Really had a great night, but a couple big plays given up yet again. Big plays.
How many points had we scored coming into this?
34.
Look at that.
Matching it tonight.
Look at that.
Yeah, good call. So 142 to 34 was the score differential coming into this contest. So good pickup there. 34 points scored tonight by the Bengals. Wow.
Still call this a moral victory compared to the last few games.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you go into conference play with this kind of this kind of result, I think is great. As the carry goes ahead to midfield, Fuquay-Varina calls a timeout. That will be the second of 3 here in the second half. And they'll have one left to give. Some of the Clayton fans actually making their way to the parking lot. You'd think they would stick around. So when we get home, not the best drive. I did not love going to Cleveland the 2 times we've now done it. Clayton not far from them. It's not a fun drive.
No.
So I don't necessarily discount their decision. And another first down carry. Again, all night long, just fighting for extra yardage as Deshaun Hinton does it this time. And that first down goes up to the 40-yard line, resets the chains. And Clayton fine with just rolling out the rest of this clock. Make sure to stay tuned for the Bengal postgame show as Fuquay-Varina, of course, presented to you by Winging It Tap House and Grill. Fuquay-Varina will hand out our offensive and defensive players of the game. We'll give you our our plays of the game. Those brought to you by P. Castles Law, PLLC, and Window Effects, respectively. And we will give you some final stats, wrap things up, and send it into conference play. Bengals 0-5. Again, this is the worst start for Fuquay-Varina since, 2002, I believe? Believe it or not, at 2-9 that season, they made it into the playoffs.
Really? Were they 4A? Was it 4A still?
I'm not sure. That is a good question. But, yeah. Last play of the game coming up here. 49-34 the score. Barring a big run here is where the final score will land as Deshaun Hinton gets the final carry. Clock will stop for the reset of the chains momentarily, and that will do it. Clayton does not need to run another play here in this one. So again, Bengals open up conference play next week on the road against Apex. That ends the 3-game homestand. Bengals will have a 2-game homestand to wrap up the season. Gardner, Magnet, and Middle Creek. Man, what a double punch to the face right there. But Apex next week on the road. We hope you will join us then. And join us for the Bengal postgame show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
If you're looking for a realtor and want to save thousands, call me. I'm Krista Absher of the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. With our Heroes to Homeowners program, first responders, nurses, teachers, and veterans qualify for a 25% commission rebate to thank you for your service and sacrifice. As an Air Force veteran with 13 years of local real estate experience, our mission is to help fellow veterans and local heroes achieve their dream of homeownership. Call me, Krista Absher, 919-355-SOLD. That's 919-355-SOLD. Or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested and are able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
Mike from Cary says on Yelp that Wingin' It Tap House and Grill is great as always, service is fast and prompt. I really like how the place is after the remodel. Camilla says, I had the wasabi salad and it was surprisingly excellent for a wing place. 5 stars for both food and service. We'll be back. In the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz on the east side of Fuquay-Varina, search Wingin' It Tap House and Grill on Facebook for a menu and directions.
Welcome into the Bengal Postgame Show, presented by Wingin' It Tap House and Grill. Let's wrap up tonight's contest with final stats and analysis. Let's head back inside the broadcast booth. Alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's Rand Northam.
No coach tonight with us, but Bengals tonight falling 49-27. 344 total yards for the Bengals tonight. We'll have a full rundown of stats. But 465 of Clayton just couldn't be matched tonight. Jacob Braswell, 3 for 6 for 72 yards and a touchdown through the air. That's a big note for him today. No turnovers for the Bengals as well. 0 penalties. Very interesting, too. There was a holding on that last play. It was declined, but 0 penalties tonight for the Bengals. Again, got to talk a little bit about the third down efficiency. That's something that is really hurting the Bengals. 1 of 7 for tonight, 14%. And then also, again, it's skewed just a little bit, I guess, by the big plays that are made on first down and second down that help those numbers tonight. But just the first plays of the half have been something that I'm sure the coaching staff is scratching their heads about and really need to figure out and find an answer to not getting that play taken away from you to start off the game. So we're in our Bengal postgame show presented by Wingin' It Tap House and Grill. And how about you tell us a little bit about the Tap House and Grill?
Patrons of Wingin' It have taken a Yelp and given the Tap House and Grill 4 stars. TripAdvisor has Wingin' It at 4.5 stars. But don't just take their word for it. Stop by and check it out for yourself. On Main Street in the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz. Search Wingin' It Tap House and Grill on Facebook for a menu and directions.
Thank you very much. We'll take a timeout, come back with our player accolades, players of the game, and plays of the game on the other side of this timeout. Bengals fall tonight, 49-34 on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Sitting at home watching the Bengals tonight? Why not join your fellow Bengal fans at Wingin' It Tap House and Grill? They'll have the game on each week while they bring you their signature bone-in or boneless wings with 21 choices of sauce. Or maybe you'd like to try their fish and chips. How about their beef sliders or their chicken sliders? You've got to try the grilled ribeye. Or try something from the sea with the grilled tilapia. Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
You know Window Effects for the smooth factory finish they do on your vehicle tinting. But did you know that same high-quality work can also benefit your home or business? Window tinting for your home or office will reduce heat, cut down on glare, and stop floors and furniture from fading, saving you money and protecting your assets. Don't know whether you need window tinting? Contact Window Effects today for a free estimate. Search for Window Effects on Facebook and tell them R3 Sports sent you.
Fuquay-Varina falling tonight to the Clayton Comets, and time to head into our segments for players and plays of the game. Again, we talked a little bit about the fact that this is going to be a difficult one tonight. We've had a difficult time in previous games because of maybe the lack of choices. I mean, there's been some people who have stood out, but it just hasn't, because of the way the game went, it's hard to pick those accolades. Tonight, we have a number of players to choose from, but just quickly looking at the stats, I can't help but trying to give it back to Matt Lyons here tonight. He's had it twice already this season, but 156 yards and the big carries that he's had, I think that's really hard to argue against Matthew Lyons.
Yeah, those two big touchdown runs. I think one was a pitch and the other one was a counter.
Yep.
And I think those were both 50-plus. So, yeah,
Right.
he had some explosive runs tonight that were definitely important.
So our offensive player of the game, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC, is Matthew Lyons. 14 carries, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Unfortunately, that last reception was just that little pass over that on fourth down was one reception tonight for -6 yards, but can't hold that against him. Great job on the ground by him tonight. Can't help but he might fall into the plays of the game category. Connor Chaparral, awesome night tonight. 13 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown, and some big breakaway carries as well. Defensive side of the ball, I mean, Burgess had another
that hit.
another stellar night. Yeah, the hit will definitely be in the
sticks to
plays category. We'll give that to him. I don't want to overlook anybody. Was there anybody else that just seemed to be all over it tonight? Especially with the running game that they had.
The running game was so.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the trends this year. Now, of course, we're going off of what we see and what we can remember, but the back-to-back players of the games, it seems like these players are having, chunks of success back-to-back, and then, somebody else steps in. It's not one player really stands out and then another one, but 2 games in a row and then maybe one falls off. So we'll go with Tyler Burgess again, our defensive player of the game, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC. That's on the other side.
Tonight's players of the game are presented by P. Castles Law. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com for your business contracting needs. I got it right that time.
Excuse me. Let's turn our attention now to the plays of the game. Already mentioned one, that hit that Burgess laid out. I can't wait to go back and find that one, and thankfully it's early in the game, so it'll be easy to find.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously some big runs by Lyons.
A big pass.
Yep.
Both 2 big passes, really.
Yeah, the Braswell's definitely going to get some credit. We've given him offensive player of the game previously this season, but passing tonight, 3 of 6, which was a big turnaround. They went 0 for the first couple of them. So to finish off 50%, 72 yards through the air, and his first passing touchdown of the season is really great to see. But, yeah, pass, Chaparral with a big run, Lyons with a big run. Number of plays to choose from there, but the big hit certainly stands out. We were calling that one early in the game as our play of the game. So those are your plays of the game tonight, presented by Window Effects.
Tonight's plays of the game are presented by Window Effects. Window tinting on your home or business can save you money down the road by cutting down on harmful solar rays that will fade your furniture and floors. Search for Window Effects on Facebook.
Thank you very much. We will take one more timeout, come back and wrap things up here from Bengals Stadium as we will head on the road for the next couple of games, or next single game? Next couple games, sorry. At Apex, then a bye, then at Holly Springs. So 3 weeks away from this field here. And I think a bye after Apex, especially if you can get that win, get a bye, rest up before Holly Springs.
That's big.
It is. That really helps. And Holly Springs tonight, we'll go check and see what that is. Give you a couple scores here before we say goodnight. But Holly Springs, I think, is again
They're
a
a good team.
formidable
They're a good
opponent
team,
tonight,
yeah.
or this season. We'll take our final timeout here on the Bengal postgame show presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. Come back and wrap things up as the Bengals fall tonight, 49-34 on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Now here we've got a spacious kitchen.
Honey, this
with
house is
brand new
beautiful. I
appliances.
think it's the one.
It just came on the market. I'm glad Krista was able to get us in here quickly.
Krista was right. With how quickly houses are selling, it's important to know the market and be prepared to act fast.
With the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty, we'll help you find your dream home. With Krista Absher, the important thing to remember is you come first. She works with honor and integrity, educating you every step of the home buying process. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, have you finished writing that presentation?
Nah, I'm just winging it.
Hey, have you made our travel plans yet?
I'm just winging it.
Wilson, have you finished the big pitch for our client today?
No, sir. I'm just winging it.
Winging it has its place, and that's not when making important life decisions. It's at the 5 Point Center in Fuquay-Varina on Main Street, next to Sheets. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Search Winging It Tap House and Grill on Facebook.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for us here tonight. Bengals fall 49-34. Important note that Evan made. Coming into this contest, 34 points scored for the Bengals, 34 points scored tonight. I think that is just a great thing to see that the Bengals got into the end zone multiple times, got into the end zone through the air, on the ground, multiple different ways. Still looking for that big defensive stop, that big defensive play.
turnover.
Yeah, forcing a turnover, getting a takeaway. That's the next step. But the wing tee is back.
I'm glad it's back.
I can't wait to see the comments from people who need to eat a little crow right now because it worked. So, any other final thoughts? We need to wrap up some comments here. We did not get coaches' comments tonight. We will get those again on the road next week against Apex. But your coaches' comments are brought to you by the Strong Center for Excellence.
The Strong Center for Excellence is a non-profit organization providing team, group, and individual skills training and league play for basketball and football. Surging ages 6 to 18 with ability ranges from beginner to those preparing for college recruitment. Contact the Strong Center for Excellence at info@thestrongcenter.org or visit thestrongcenter.org.
And our Bengal postgame show is presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill. Thank you for that sponsorship. And also, let's hear about the Bengal Booster Club as we go.
Have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FVHSBoosterClub.com.
That will wrap things up here. Again, Bengals fall tonight, fall to 0-5 on the season, and fall 49-34. We will be with you next Friday night, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. Fuquay-Varina opens up conference play against Apex, and if you're heading to Chapel Hill tomorrow, we will see you there.
Oh, yeah.
And looking forward to that one. That's going to be a fun contest. For everyone on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, Luke Anderson, our producer, Evan Rogers, our statistician and scoreboard reporter, Nate Perez, and you're going to have to give me the names again.
Margot Burkhart and Hannah.
This has been Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista Ebbs.
My bad.
All good. And Hannah.
Last name to be what's your last name?
Jones. Man, it's so easy, too. Like, Burkhart and Jones, and you got Burkhart. It's all good. All right. That for all of those mentioned, I am Rand Northam signing off. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Good night from Fuquay-Varina.
This has been Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group, online at theabsherrealtygroup.com. The play-by-play announcer of the Bengal R3 Sports Network is Rand Northam. Color analyst Jim Cole. The announcer is Ron Stutz. The statistician and host of Bengals at the Half is Evan Rogers. The producer is Luke Anderson. The videographer is Nate Perez. Bengals football is also brought to you by the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart and online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. By Dickens Insurance Agency, proudly serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. By Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. By Window Effects, give your ride that touch that will make heads turn. By P. Castle's Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game. By the Strong Center for Excellence, empowering youth on and off the court and field. And by Creative Wiring Solutions, the area's leader in custom home entertainment. Any duplication or rebroadcast of this transmission without written consent from R3 Productions is strictly prohibited. The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the commentators and do not necessarily represent or reflect the official policy or position of R3 Productions. This has been a presentation of R3 Productions.